Because it's copyrighted.
Well, yeah,
Okay, so we're going to
You can't
try
help it.
this again and see if this is better.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's going
Okay,
to
we
be...
have video.
Okay, now Keith.
It is just Keith on video, but
Now,
Now try.
it's already up.
Is it already up? Okay.
So I'm guessing it was just the amount
That's the
of...
stream. You gotta close it.
It was the amount of video that was going out?
Yeah.
Go back.
That would make sense then.
and it is only a slight lag, so
Okay.
we're
Yeah,
we're
it's
doing
back
good.
to normal.
You were looking at
All right.
the old video.
So, yeah,
I'm on
that's
5G
that's
now,
better.
so it might do that anyway.
All right. Sorry about that. You will notice the video is scaled down a little bit. I was hoping to be able to just push it out full resolution, but alas,
Someone
it was not meant
check
to
to see if
be.
we've got audio.
So,
We
Did
do.
a second ago, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
so yeah. If you want the full resolution, you'll have to go to YouTube. So just pushing content over there. So, all right. With that, who would like to do a recap?
I will.
All right.
Okay. So, so this is 6 weeks passed by. Killian Shop has been closed to mostly everyone. Locked. No one has seen Killian. There's like deliveries that come anyway. There's also some arrivals in town. Spring is here, and our group has found our group of adventurers has found itself at the center of a budding rebellion. So.
Freaking rebellions.
What?
What? Also, Akai and Simi are maybe on better terms.
I don't think there's a maybe in there.
I.
There's not a maybe in here. And that is the perfect response.
Akai is apologetic and trying for a new start. And a friendship with Simi, and is trying to develop that. Simi, so they decide to go on a date, and of course Simi's idea of a date is going to get a drink. Because why would it not be going to get a drink?
Watching that video back, because I just had it in the background while doing something, you scared me half to death where he's like, why will no one sell me alcohol? And
Yes,
it's like,
Milo also tries to convince Deidre that Simi should not be drinking at all.
and I did succeed.
Yes, so Milo succeeded,
And have
and
yet to be
Deidre
caught.
hides all of the alcohol, basically. So, let's see, Simi and Milo have a very awkward conversation about
Yeah, we did.
about Simi's mother. While they're sparring, Milo loses. We'll just put it that way. The conversation.
Technically, yes.
and-
I do technically lose.
Yeah. So Simi does go on a date. Mizuki and her retainer help doll Simi up for the evening. Mizuki also invites Cabbage, but she promises not to do anything to her. And Simi also asks. She tells Akai, I love this quote. Says, "This is not my face, but do you like it?"
that is a really good
Yep.
quote.
This is not my face, but do you like it? How to get a man. There's like some things that happen on their date. Akai kisses Simi. Simi accepts the kiss. And also in the meantime, Mizuki has been forging some new weapons, supplies. Milo, he attempts to create a magic item with the help of his patron. And the dragon shield that Mizuki has created for him. Or I believe he is successful. Yeah, he's successful. So now he has like a magic
Oh my
shield.
God.
Yeah. Also, Castian returns to town. Mizuki and Milo see him, I believe. No, wait, yeah. I think Mizuki and Milo see him. Cabbage Tackle hugs him. Very excitedly. And so we decide to plan a little dinner to catch Castian up on what has been going on. Cabbage seems a little aware, but Mizuki steps in and just tells Cabbage that she will plan the dinner and handle all that, which Cabbage seems fine with. So so Cabbage is letting everyone know about this dinner / catch up, and she goes to see Killian. And in Killian's workshop, there is a giant carriage. And also 2 drop horses. Mizuki is impressed. So it's this carriage is basically a transportable workshop for Killian. And so when Mizuki and Cabbage tell Killian that Castian is back, etc. Killian shows them and offers it as a place to have dinner. They do go out of town a little ways and watch the carriage unfold, I guess. So everyone meets at the carriage in this clearing out of town. They have dinner, and except there was a small problem. And by small, I mean raccoon / badger size problem. Well, actually 2 problems.
We had our own version of Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
Yes. So the badger that Killian had created for Simi that didn't work out. And is now a menace.
Understatement of the century.
I feel like my reputation is being besmirched.
Well, it's a good thing
Because
that you can't
it
hear
is.
it.
Yes. Anyway, this badger was in a box, and the raccoon was also in a box. Killian was unsure which box held which animal, but one of the boxes end up being empty, and one of them is still shaking. So, anyway, but we found Turnup the raccoon successfully. Mizuki lures it with some coins, because as a raccoon, obviously. Shiny? I don't know. So they're able to retrieve Turnup, who is Cabbage's raccoon. And they are unsure. Well, okay, and there's a badger at large, a mechanical badger at large now, in the forest.
I feel like that is also a cover band name for something. Mechanical Badger at Large.
Mechanical badger at large. Yes. And then
I'd give it a shot.
let's see. I didn't write.
One of my favorite things is what you said afterwards. Like, well, it will do one of 3 things. 1, it will go out there and find something bigger than it
Oh, yes.
Die.
It'll die.
and die.
And then so anyway, at the end of dinner, I don't remember.
Well, I took something.
We got to see
Baby Bullet.
Baby Bullet.
Oh, Baby Bullet. Yes.
And then we
Yes.
found out that the wind
Oh,
There's a
well,
storm.
maybe not the wind,
Oh.
but one. But
There's-
it's-
there's
a
a storm
storm that
coming.
spit out 10 things that fell from the sky and landed in town.
There's
Yes.
a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Mal and
yeah.
Milo feel something, so we know it's related to their weird.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like it
Stuff.
being a spaceship is related
Spaceship,
to that.
yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. It's anyway. And I believe that is where we left off.
yes.
Before we had a chance to even discuss about catching up, we already have another crisis on hand. So that's
Yeah.
how it goes.
Well, we had 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, this is true.
He's not wrong.
We did.
All right. So, what you doing?
Running back to town.
It's a good thing that we decided to do this like right outside of town, right?
How far?
Right?
Is it outbound?
But didn't we say this was like an hour outside of town?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's what we
Yep.
decided.
We're like an hour away, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Keith, I do believe at the end of last session, after the game, I told you that there were 2 things that Killian would attempt.
Keith is like, oh
and
no.
Keith doesn't remember.
And Keith does not remember. No.
Remind the.
Remind me.
Yes,
Well, Keith,
I
you,
do.
you tell me which of these works better on your end. He's either going to try and get the goddess of life to teleport us to the city, or to the town, or he's going to try and cobble together a teleporter real fast with what he has in his workshop.
Yeah, that.
Yep. So I don't know which one of those you want me to do. I don't know what's involved there, but Killian is saying a prayer as he desperately tries to cobble together a teleporter.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, this is interesting. Given those choices, I would like you to make me 2 rolls.
Okay.
One is a religion check,
Okay.
and one will be Tinker's tools using your intelligence.
Okay.
Man, I feel like.
No, that's what I was going for. Yeah.
I think I came to the realization the same time you did. Like,
Is it bad that I thought I did that in my head? I turned to you and was like, how?
Oh, was that out loud?
Oh, did I think that out loud?
I love that that's what made you react that way, is that you thought it was in your head. Rain, you're the best.
Yeah, you know one of these.
I love that it's like his version of booze in it. Like, drown the sorrow. I feel that.
Just the
Muzzle the mind.
So Keith, when you say an intelligence check with my Tinker's tools,
Yes.
does that mean I just add my intelligence bonus and my proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, my Tinker Tools check is a 12,
Okay.
and my religion check
Oh dear.
is a 21.
What?
I rolled a 5 on the Tinker Tools check.
Are you praying out loud?
No.
Okay.
Like, I've seen
Actually,
your
no, I take
relationship
that
with
back.
dads.
Given Killian's relationship, he probably is, so we could really use a way back to town real fast to, save all the life there and stuff. Please, now.
Yeah, I tried that. It doesn't
Mizuki
work.
will also
It works for me.
pray.
Well,
Okay.
Too special.
Apparently.
Mal's getting ready to steal your
Um,
horse.
You can't move the thing when everything's down.
but
Yeah.
but he can take the horse off.
Can't you just?
Oh,
the
that's
horses-
true. The horses are already.
Yeah,
Horses
they're
are
draft
if it comes,
horses.
if it comes
There's
to
draft
running,
horses.
he can't keep up with any of
Yeah,
you.
to be fair,
draft
they are draft
horses.
horses, and they do not have saddles at the moment.
I mean, he doesn't care about that. It'll still be faster than 25.
How fast
So,
do they run?
Mizuki, go ahead and make me that religion check
Religion,
as well.
okay.
I feel like at this point I've pretty much given up on talking to.
I mean, to be fair, the only reason Killian's trying this is because when he really needs help, the gods tend to show up and do stuff.
I guess I could just be like,
13.
13. Okay. All right. So, so you guys hear Killian basically curse under his breath and dive into whatever workshop.
There are just things flying past you
Workshop.
as he digs in his cupboards.
Okay.
And he starts pulling out components and tossing them onto his workbench. And he pulls out his tinker tools and starts, tinkering away with them all the while, sort of, calling out above, to the skies above, hey, need some help here, da 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 da. There are some sounds of like electricity arcing and ow, and he's either burning himself or electrocuting himself. Things are sparking, smoking that absolutely should not be smoking.
This is fine.
Killian, I'm stealing your horse.
It's not stealing if you're telling me.
And then one of the sparks jumps over to a pile of rags and flames
This is
up.
fine.
He has fire retardant.
oh, that's right, it is fire retardant. Okay.
Yeah.
I am gonna make sure when I see that there's stuff that flames up, I will try to get it since it's raining anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I will try and at least get it away from anything else that might not be flame retardant in the thing.
So as you go to reach for the pile of flaming rags, there's a person standing there that was not there before.
And you grab them awkwardly.
Hi!
Oh!
And
I asked for help and really needed it.
Keith is drawing a blank.
Saren.
Yeah, so the woman that's standing there
We've all met this woman before.
Yeah. turns around.
She's shown.
Actually, I haven't.
Yeah, you were there.
No.
No, you
No,
weren't.
I
You were the
wasn't.
only
I
one
was
who
not.
wasn't.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so
I was
Everybody
getting
else was
drowned.
there when the
I was
gods
drowning
just
in a
showed up.
river.
Yes.
yeah, so this woman that was not standing there before turns around, reaches down and takes your hand off of her butt. If you please. And she just kind of puffs out a little bit. The flames extinguish themselves. What was that?
Okay, we all need to get to town, our town that we're from, Centerton, right now.
Or like.
Why would you want to go there?
Because 10 things just fell out of a thing in the sky and are gonna land there.
Killian, maybe you're asking the wrong question.
Ah.
You got a better one? She's right there.
No, I think
If you want to preserve the life that's there, we should probably go. Like, if you can help
We
us, that'd be
just-
great.
Done.
Oh, are we there?
And
All of us? Who's in
Bless
check?
you.
bless you.
Thank you.
Did the workshop come with us?
Hi, Bowser.
you're still standing in the workshop.
Okay, so when we look outside,
When you look outside, you find yourself in on the road just outside Sutterton.
Is the horse here too? Because Mal was like.
Well, okay.
our Jonathan and Cobalt.
Oh yes,
With her.
Jonathan and Cobalt. They get transported as
Jonathan.
well.
Keith. Oh, never mind. This is still the. Never mind. Okay. You're forgiven. I retract what I was about to say.
What?
The fact that this map is in hexes, I was about to complain and be like, first you used the weird IP scheme, now you're doing maps all in hexes, but then I realized this is still like the map of town, so that's fine.
What's wrong with hexes?
They just
D&D
make fight
is
fun.
not built to
Yeah.
handle being played in hexes. It does not work great.
At least not combat.
Not combat wise, but it does very well for like maps and stuff like that. I feel.
Just 1 second here.
There are some weird things that happen with spells when you do them on hexes instead of what the squares that they sort of expect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Oh wow.
has the
I
Is it
just
still
realized
there?
that I've been working pretty straight since then.
Kids
And so I'm trying to write, and my hand is like, oh, you think this will be pretty writing, but you're not going to be able to read it.
oh, that's me.
I just want it to write better.
Does that help with that?
I don't know. I'll
Here,
tell you in
here,
a second.
Motion.
Let me help you. There's wrist stretches for drawing.
I mean, I know stretches were good.
I don't think you do.
I mean, you get it. If you want to teach me, you are welcome to. I can always stand to learn.
Go ahead. Whatever.
I just tried to write these things down before I forget.
Too
What
late
was your
now, you're on
dog's
your own.
name?
Seirin is
Seirin.
C-E-A-R-I-N.
Isn't that Pike's god too? And
No, that's Saren Ray.
Saren Ray. That's right.
And that's technically not what they call it anymore because of copyright issues.
Yeah. It's the Dawn.
Yeah, it's the Dawn Father.
The
Or no, yeah,
Everlight.
the Everlight. Because Saren Ray is a Pathfinder deity.
Mm.
And
It's actually a Greyhawk.
oh, is it originally
god.
a Greyhawk god?
Yes. It's in the back of your player's handbook. That includes like Ioun, Cord, Vecna, as well as a bunch of other old Greyhawk gods. But because of Critical Role and how big it has become, they can't use the original names. So that's why in like newer versions of Critical Role, they're
They
now
have their
have like different
titles.
titles, like the Wild Mother, the Dawn Father,
Interesting.
the Raven not mistress.
Okay,
Anyway,
there we go. That's better.
It's raining.
It is raining.
And they did
That's
come
so
with
cool.
well,
Did
that
we
hasn't been
decide
determined
that?
yet.
Keith has not told me if the
No,
horses
it's-
were
No,
included.
It's raining.
on the thing.
But the horses.
See what I mean?
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So do we have Jonathan and who?
Cobalt.
Cobalt.
The horse.
I like that you are all going to remember that one of them is named
Jonathan. Yeah.
Jonathan and what was the other one called?
It's John and Blue.
Thank you, thank you, Chipper, for answering that for me. So yes, the horses are there.
Okay.
You made it.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Do we see 10 things falling out of the sky?
Yes, may we do a perception check?
Is
You-
the town
so
on
you
fire? Is
Yeah, what's going on
Is
here?
everything
so you are on the edge of town. In fact, you're just beyond the edge of town. Because of that, you're not seeing anything on the side of town where you are. You are, however, hearing sounds of a commotion from town center.
and so that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Apparently, yep.
We'll follow.
Wait for me.
Wait, I can't keep up.
So, everyone, go ahead and give me your initiative rolls.
Oh, initiative already.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Just so that I can have it.
No. Oh, I have inspiration.
well, that one sucked.
All right,
That sucked.
Castian.
12.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been you for that.
Mal.
11. Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay. Cabbage.
I rolled
19.
an 8.
19.
21.
21.
4.
Okay. That makes me slightly happy about my roll.
I don't
Okay.
have any bonuses. to
Freaking
my
9.
initiative.
Oh wow. Okay.
Jeez, we all did that.
Yeah.
Well, except for her.
I should have known. I separated
Milo?
you and you're pouting.
10.
Wow.
Okay. All
Besides
right.
that, I came highest.
Didn't he have a 21?
Oh, he had 21?
Yeah, to 21.
What?
You have.
I checked you up early.
Are you okay?
I had
What?
to get up at 5:45.
Hi.
Work?
You work.
You have to be a
Gross.
responsible adult.
Gross.
I mean, it came with a pay raise and a promotion, so
That's
it's something.
That's something.
That's
I don't
an
know if that's
interesting way
worth-
to wake me up.
It works. We have plenty, and I don't think it has a home yet. If you,
I think we forgot.
I don't know. Money,
I don't
sleep.
think you forgot it. I think Steven chose to leave it.
Confirmed.
I don't know what you mean.
It's the same way Michael didn't forget his either. He chose to leave it here.
Okay.
As a side note, have you gotten a little more sleep than last I heard what happened to you?
I mean, last
He
night
was not functioning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I heard. I just hadn't.
Only downside I'm finding with this is recentering
The map.
the map
Mm.
is a
Yeah.
little.
Sorry, guys.
technical
issues.
Hey,
We're
new
playing
piece
around
of
with new
play-
toys,
piece of
so-
It's a
technology.
really cool
Toys.
toy.
Yes.
It can do a lot of cool stuff.
Just gotta learn how to use it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we'll just pull you guys into roughly here.
Oh, balls.
Can you
Move the map. Move the map.
move the map any? Yeah, that's very nice. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What is that?
What is that?
So what you guys are
No!
seeing?
No! 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 No!
Are
No!
those methods?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna die again!
Why?
Val, you should
Every
take it
time.
horse.
We come running in and we all stop and we're just like, nope, absolutely not.
We don't deal with other
We don't like this town that much.
I just got out of the loony bin.
Oh yeah, this might cause some problems
Oh
for the group.
no.
It's okay.
Oh,
they don't,
you're cruel.
on the upside, they don't look like they're ice mosquitoes this time.
True.
So as you guys sort of pass by as you pass by the Headless Hydra, the tavern and inn, you rush into the center of town, and you do see what looks like basically 9 bits of flame that are
Yeah.
Use your words, Keith.
so it's 9 bits of living flame that are
fire.
dancing around the
Oh, big deal. I can do that too.
that are dancing around the city center. One of them is somewhat larger, and it is crouching over the central well of the city.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
and-
What is it?
There's eight smaller bits of flame that are sort of ringing the city center, tossing bits of flame in through windows.
What's the thing in the
Hey,
middle?
Castian!
Now
Do
there
your
are
bonfire thing!
every so often you
gonna-
will see a townsperson come rushing out of a building on fire.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
have 2 questions.
Okay.
My first question.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Did you remember that we had fireproofed town?
Yes.
Secondly,
You
where
didn't
is my
fireproof-
water wagon with the fire department?
Well, I assume this is only just barely
I
happening.
know, I'm just wondering if I get to see my water wagon in action.
So
It's also raining, which helps.
It's also raining.
But we haven't fireproofed the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the town, yes,
Well,
is fireproof.
I mean,
the
I'm
people are not.
fireproof.
So,
Yeah, just wanted to make
so
sure.
there are
I'm
people.
fireproof. I don't know
Again,
about
there are
the
people
rest
that are exiting these buildings that have caught on fire because people are not fireproofed.
Question. Sorry. Am I still drunk? Have I had time to sober up enough that I am not drunk? This is important mechanically.
You have not.
I was going to say you would have if we took an hour to get back to town.
Yeah.
So
You have
Drunken
not.
Master?
Drunken Master it is.
Also, this big one in the middle, is that in fact a blue-colored flame as opposed to a regular flame?
Yeah.
No, it is it's a
It's a normal-looking flame.
normal looking flame,
Okay.
just slightly larger than the others.
Okay.
So is that included in the 9 that you said, or is that
Yes.
a
Yeah,
total
so
of 10?
yeah, that's included in the 9.
Okay.
So you've got the one larger one, 8 slightly smaller ones, sort of arranged around the town. Or what?
I don't want to step out of order. I just had an idea.
I like how you went, and Keith's like, what?
Because the last time that
Whatever it is, spit it out.
What dumb idea do you have this time?
you go to say it before you even get a syllable, he's like, no. Oh, yeah, man.
Okay.
but we
So
could
let's
throw
see.
So what I suggest is I create my own bonfire, and we all dance around like them, and get on the good side.
Right.
Okay.
That's yep.
So I don't know if you can actually see that, and that's
That's how the
fine.
cults start.
I would advise not doing that in your own home.
Yes.
Outside, obviously.
All right.
It's surprisingly flammable.
So,
Not really
let me make
surprising
sure
when most of
these
it's
things
oil
can
and
do.
sulfur.
No, but it is more. It reacts in a bigger fireball than you might expect, and I would highly advise not doing it in your house.
Beep.
I did it in our kitchen sink.
Beep.
Well, as far as you can tell, yes.
We're gonna burn your house down, and you won't even know because your fire alarm doesn't work.
You doing alright over there, Keith?
Yep. Just
To be
making
fair, he's just trying to figure out.
sure that I know what
Familiar
these things can do.
I'm gonna say this is a really cool feature that this does.
Actually, I just
Right, that building right there is your workshop, right?
No, my workshop's all the way on the outside of town.
This one?
No, no, no.
Farther?
Oh no, yeah, the
This one?
no.
It's the one
That one, I
that's
think.
the
Okay.
L with the sort of
Yeah.
rounded shape on the
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I put it on the edge of town so that when it explodes, it doesn't take out all the town.
I love that even you know it will explode.
Oh, absolutely. I know what happens.
I know what's in there.
Okay. So something does a thing,
Oh, I don't like when you say that.
Yeah.
and then it is Killian's turn.
Ooh. What is this?
What do you do?
Hang on.
What do you
Oh.
do?
What
Maybe
is...
That is
Oh.
indicating where Killian is. That is his
Oh,
token.
That's a cool feature.
That's
Neat.
What can I do?
Now, Steven, I cannot remember because we haven't played in so long. Does Mal use strength or dex-based weapons?
both, but mostly strength.
Okay. Killian is going to pull a vial off of his belt, and he's going to pull out his syringe, and he's going to stick the vial into the syringe and jab it into Mal's arm.
What?
And Mal will now grow double in size. You are now considered large.
I love it there.
You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Nice.
Wait, does my whole body enlarge, or just like I get a baseball arm?
you like Woody, just one arm.
Very lady of the water.
While your weapons are enlarged, you deal an extra d4 damage.
Sweet.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna make him big.
And I
so
believe you have
he's-
advantage on strength checks.
He's now
Let me check in
Okay.
a very large dwarf, and then I'm gonna.
So was that an action or a bonus action?
No, that was an. I think that's an action. I'm pretty sure that's an action. Yeah, that was an action.
Okay.
And that is Mal next to me.
What's it called?
So you have
Then-
advantage on strength and strength check
Now,
and saving
Keith,
throws. And you add an extra d4.
are these hexes? How big are these hexes?
It's not exactly to scale, so just kind of tell me where you want to get
Well,
to.
so what it was is I want to start moving into like across to the other side of town square, but I want to try and avoid going through anybody's
Okay.
Oh,
area
kinda
where they
large
can hit me.
I was trying to.
All right. And what's your movement?
35 feet.
5
Gotcha.
feet. You'll be able to get about there, skirting around that one that was right at the mouth of the
But it doesn't
the
change
road.
my speed at all, right?
No.
No.
But you are now essentially you fill a 10 by 10 instead of a 5 by.
So you're considered
So-
large, and then you have advantage on
Oh, is
strength
that
checks and
Ben?
saving throws. Yeah. And your weapons are also enlarged, which means that it is an extra.
Hey,
Sweet.
so
Weapons are
that's
enlarged.
going to
Yes,
that.
they are.
Oh,
Engorged, actually.
So one of
Which means
these.
technically you have a lot more alcohol on you.
That's true. Let's just pour that on the fire.
Oh my gosh, what a way to make more alcohol.
Waste.
Actually,
Such a waste.
All right.
I
So
can make objects enlarged. I can Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize I could use that spell to do that sort of stuff. Never mind. That's my turn.
okay. So one of the flame creatures does move towards you. And as he goes, you kind of see it sort of puff up a little bit, and then there's this gout of flame that comes off of it. I will need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Just Lance, or
Just Lance.
That will be an unnatural 20.
Okay, that will be enough to have what I'm about to do here. And of course, all of my d6s are upstairs. Because, of course. No, I'm good.
I think there are a plethora of E6s here.
you could use this one.
So you will take
so good.
He's so cute.
you will take 4 points of fire damage.
So actually, because I'm getting hit with fire damage, so as the fire hits Killian,
I choose
There's this sound like
the fire doesn't act like as it hits him, it runs all along his clothing, and like you see these thin lines light up bright red, and it all coalesces in his palm, and a gem there lights up red. So I just used absorb elements as a reaction. So I halved that damage again, and now I have a charge stored that I can use when I hit something.
Okay.
Disengage, yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
4 points of damage.
All right.
Oh, I just thought of something I could do. Yeah,
I have no idea what I'm
that would be very useful right now.
just bonfire 'em. What's the worst that could happen here?
So you are.
I'm a 10 by 10, so.
So you're the bigger threat.
Obviously.
You're a
So
really big target.
so
fine.
I will need you to also now make me that
Dex save.
dex save, please.
That is a 23 with a natural 20.
Okay, so you will take 6 points of fire damage.
What?
Okay.
Yes. She always has great destroy water prepared. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Just
Okay.
It's not a terrible set of rolls.
yeah.
All right.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
That was admired.
You're so pretty. You did so good.
All right. And cabbage. So this gout of flame has come over. You saw it. Oh, actually,
She may not be able to see it.
actually,
Actually, it might hit more than
cabbage.
one person.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Yeah.
cabbage.
I was gonna say it might be a cone attack.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone else except for Milo needs to make that dex save.
Hooray! Hooray!
Don't
The
fool me,
loot
dex
play.
save.
This is what happens when you're at the back.
All right.
15.
Saved.
Plus 8.
So you'll take 5.
I take no damage. Thank you very much.
Or actually, no.
Yeah.
I take no
Okay.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, does that mean
Dex save versus area effect. I take no damage if I save.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unnatural 20.
Saved.
Awesome. So, I half the damage.
6 points.
Well, no, you take no damage.
Don't you? Do you have?
Oh, success is no
yeah.
damage. I have evasion.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yes.
Rogue should have evasion by now.
I
You're
failed
good.
my save, but I will take half.
What did you roll?
Like a 3. A 3, okay?
Yeah.
I failed my save.
But it's okay because Mizuki's already resistant to
Mizuki,
fire
I'm resistant
damage.
to fire, so I already take.
Okay, so you'll take the 6.
Okay.
So 19 and I have evasion, so
No damage.
no damage.
So
You got evasion?
Wait.
nobody took.
Wait. How did you have
I did.
evasion?
She's a rogue. She's a
They're a
monk.
monk.
She's a monk.
Monks get evasion.
I
When?
don't do
At 7th level.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Wow.
I took damage.
This is
That
why,
makes me feel
this is
better.
why DMs don't like monks.
Go
Only
team.
level.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
So,
take damage.
so of everyone that was in that realm, like hardly anybody gets touched.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me.
Yep. Pretty much.
The,
Would you
the
believe
person
that?
who's resistant to fire damage.
Yeah.
And
That
the
took damage too.
That would not have been good for me.
Nope.
and that's its turn. Cabbage. It is now your turn.
Can I stab a fire mosquito?
That's what I was wondering.
Like, I don't know if it does anything. I guess I have to try. Okay, so what's the closest thing to me?
There's
around me.
a flame right in front of you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna.
You could duck around it for, whatever that's called.
Flanking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
Yes.
just letting you know, because I'm your walking encyclopedia.
Thank you.
If you one-on-one something, you still get your sneak attack
Yeah.
because of your
Because you're a
swashbuckler.
swashbuckler.
Yeah.
So you could, in theory, go after this dude and get all of your sneak attack stuff.
You just
can
don't get the
fight-
advantage.
As I say, you can fight as part of a team,
Yes,
or
you do not
on
actually,
your own, and you
you
still
don't
sneak.
get the advantage, but you get sneak attack no matter what.
Right.
But I'll
I-
get
you-
advantage if I try to get
But
this
you
one.
might.
Right,
let
but
me-
then it could also flank you.
Let me check, but you
Because
might
the rest
be
of them
able
are that
to-
way.
Yeah.
But then I
So,
could use
Let me check.
my
Let me check real
bonus to
quick.
disengage.
correct.
Yes. And as a side note, when you make a melee attack against a creature, they can't make opportunity attacks against you. So you could go in there, slice at it, and then go back
Dance
on it.
footwork.
Also, so
Okay.
you wouldn't have to disengage. You would still have your bonus. That's gonna hit.
So what you doing?
I'm gonna stab it.
She's flanking with me and stabbing. You have advantage. You should roll for a 20. Yeah, that didn't happen.
Okay. Let's see. That's my probably my repeat. So that is.
So what did you roll?
16 plus 8.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
24.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so. That's not a D8. That's a D6, Denny. Sorry, guys, math.
No, you're
I
good.
understand.
I had to do a lot of math
It's already
yesterday.
raining.
My
Right.
And I get my
fun-
sneak
fun
attack.
dragon. So.
It is raining, correct.
Get my sneak attack.
What is the moving thing?
That is like
So
Keith's
so
cursor.
so that shows where
that's Keith,
where
that's
I'm
where Keith's cursor is.
Oh.
where I'm pointing.
The little text by it just says Game Master. So like
Okay.
whoever's it is, like I bet.
Yeah.
Game master sneaking around.
If you zoom in closer, you can see it more clearly.
Well, and I would.
Well, I just can't.
Okay.
It's probably fine.
And then look, there's
Oh, I see
Lance.
Lance's.
Yeah, as I say, I would suspect that mine also.
Yeah.
I just can't read from that far away.
Yeah, might work.
Keith, 25 points of damage.
I mean, there's much
Jeez.
rain in the air.
sneak attack.
Nice.
Sneak attack.
Okay.
Sneaky. I mean, I can
Um,
have it
I
on
need
so
you,
from
Cabbage,
Yes.
and you, Mal, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh balls! Yeah.
They
I
explode.
forgot. We're fighting methods.
Oh no.
8.
That's a failure.
So
Methods
methods,
explode
when
they
you
die.
kill them, they explode, and if they're close enough together, and
They chain.
yeah, like they can chain explosions.
This is,
I forgot
this is
about
the
that.
third time this has happened to us, where we fought methods and forgot that they explode.
So Mal, you will take 6 points of fire damage.
Cool.
Cabbage.
Just different.
16.
So you'll save for half, except not
Except
really. So you don't
evasion.
take any damage at all.
Okay.
So seeing that, what radius does it look like that thing blew up into?
About 5 feet.
5 feet.
It's anything next to it.
It's melee range, pretty much.
Yeah. So like the fact that these guys are all spread out, we probably won't wind up chaining them together. But if you get surrounded by them and kill one, and you set them all off, you can.
Can we make a distraction to get them all together?
Maybe.
We don't want to do that.
Well, apparently you can stab the fire mosquitoes and it works.
Yeah.
So now we know.
Hopefully I can punch him in the face too.
Eve, as a side reference, would you just point to which one's mine real quick so I can just be getting ready for my turn?
I think we're all still down
Milo
here.
is all the way at the back.
Okay, that one's mine.
And then, dang it, these are in hexes.
Each hex is like 5, so
One
roughly.
ish.
Ish.
Doesn't that make it like 7 from what?
Don't worry about it.
It's. I'll just tell me what you guys want to do. It's not exactly to scale. I will determine what's what.
Uh-oh.
This one
I don't like
can
that.
go. Okay.
Excuse me, okay.
The what?
I can see the turn tracker. I can see what that thing is named.
Yep.
Wait, isn't it up there? Game Master Lance viewer user. Nope.
So it's gonna move in,
Like that.
and it's going to slam attack you twice.
It's gonna try.
Does absorb elements still?
Till the end of my next turn.
Nice.
So where are you?
Does a
You back
25
here?
hit?
I think I'm the not the closest in, but the
I
second
will
closest
allow
in.
it for the sake of the game.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Unarmed,
I figured.
I guess. Makes sense.
So 12 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
plus
Save later.
9 points of fire damage on the first attack.
Oh man.
Second attack, probably gonna miss 13.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it just sort of kind of comes up and slams you once, pulls back, tries to slam you again, but misses.
No, I wasn't gonna fight it. I was gonna let Mal or other people deal with that. But since it has moved right up into my face,
Okay.
since it has decided to be.
And that is its turn. And this one is going to sort of come around the side here. It's about as far as he can get. He does. You are within range of his breath weapon, so do go ahead and make a
How do you guys absorb elements?
dex.
24.
You'll save
I should hope so.
that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be fireballing.
So you'll take 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Okay, next. Sort of out of the corner of your eye, Cabbage, you do see another one of these mephits coming up behind you. And it's going to rake you with its claws.
Rude.
I can use my reaction to half damage.
That's not going to matter because it rolled for crap. So,
Oh, sweet.
so it sort of tries to rake you with its claws, and misses.
But I do this really like cool arch my back move, ninja
Yep.
style, like matrix stuff.
It's like,
And
you do that?
that's going to bring us to Castian.
Castigo.
Alrighty.
Drunk Simmy's just like.
I am going to move on the other side of the one closest to Cabbage to flank.
That hasn't
Okay.
stopped Killian from just
Stopped any of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, we're about to start a revolution here, so we might as well.
Yeah, you
We
can
might
get
as
there.
well.
You might as well show our card.
Okay.
Your card.
Yay! And I am gonna go stabby stabby.
Stabby, stabby. Go for it.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
19 plus 5, 24.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Alrighty, and then because of flanking, I get sneak attack bonus.
And you should reroll for a 20.
Let me ask. The middle guy looks like the big guy is like on fire.
Oh wait, a
Also
minute,
made
right?
of fire.
Yeah, also made of fire.
Alright, where's my sneak attack?
I mean, it would be pretty cool.
46.
I wouldn't be
22.
surprised if I were in the next hour.
3.
Also, that's a very, very public display of weird.
The public display. I mean,
Yeah, let me
compared
get
to
one
the
of your
fire
fours. Let me
beetles.
get one of your d6s.
That's true.
Do a check.
Okay.
Alright, so it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Are you okay?
Yep.
9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my bonus action. I'm gonna hide behind Mal.
That's fair. That's not gonna last for real long though, because Mal's right after you.
No, it's just to get away from the area effect.
All right. So now you don't have enough movement left to get behind Mal.
It's my bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah, he can sprint as or dash as a bonus action.
that's right.
Yes.
That is right. Okay.
Dash,
So
hide, or disengage.
so you're just gonna dash.
So yeah, well, yeah, but I'm dashing behind Mal.
Okay. As you go, it's going to use its reaction for the opportunity attack. But it's gonna miss. I can already tell you it's gonna miss.
Because with Henry, I can just move around wherever I
Oh,
want. No
okay.
precision.
So
I
that's-
Like,
I know I
actually
have.
back on
There's
track
my-
with that because now
It didn't blow
now
up.
we're just a little bit ahead
It
of
did
you.
not blow up.
Not enough that
Disappointing.
it's going to.
Mal, that is your turn.
All right.
It'll give us
So Mal pulls out his sword that is now twice its normal size, and he's gonna rush the big guy.
Oh.
sounds like you.
It does.
Is that your sword, or are you just happy to see me?
Well, how far away from it am I? Because that actually makes a difference here.
Hey, Killian, how hard are you?
What's your movement?
25.
I am.
You can get there. You're not going to be able to go all the way around it.
No, yeah, not intending to.
What?
But he is going
Think about
to.
the words you said.
He's going to bonus action drop his shadow.
Yeah, that's not what they heard.
No, I heard hard. How hard are you?
Yep, that's what.
We're gonna drop the shadow between
That's why I
the
was
two that are
supposed to, like,
next to each other on the right hand side.
Okay.
This is the exact joke
And
that
it's
they
going
did
to
on
attack the
Critical
one
Role
in the
a couple
middle.
weeks ago.
Okay. So it's
I
gonna
know. I do.
It's gonna
attack that one. Oh, that doesn't show me. Never
Yeah,
mind.
the one that your
Well,
cursor
yeah.
went over a second.
Close.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
I mean, I
Okay.
wouldn't say no.
So first attack, the shadow is going to attack for a 17 plus. 17 plus 7 to hit. It's 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
And it's going to deal 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to
I'm
deal.
at 21
Wait.
points of damage total.
5,
Let me.
Yeah, no,
6,
I have
7,
I have
8,
stuff
9, 10, 11 points of damage.
I can't really.
Okay.
I mean, I
And then Mal's gonna attack the big
Right,
guy
no, it's fine. I'm just trying to figure out
twice.
what I'm gonna do.
The big guy.
Yep.
So you're going. Okay.
Yeah, so he was running up there, then dropping his shadow, and the shadow was gonna attack, and then he's attacking the big one.
Okay. You didn't have 25. With 25 feet of movement, you did not have enough to get to the big guy.
Oh,
are
I
you taking
misunderstood.
into account the fact that he is double his
Large.
normal
It
size?
does not
Doesn't-
change. It doesn't,
doesn't
change,
change
my
It doesn't
speed.
change your movement, but it does.
Oh,
give you,
I am-
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do have a bit of extra range.
No,
Gotcha.
no, you still don't have enough movement to get there. I thought
Understood.
you were going after this guy.
Oh no. Okay, so with that understanding, I apologize. If I cannot reach that, then Then I need to know how far away is that middle one so that I can see if the shadow actually was able to get there. From as far as I can go.
From where you started, let me just. Well, I mean, it's not exactly to scale though.
Because he can only drop it 30 feet away from himself.
If you moved up to the Mephit that just attacked Cabbage, you'd be able to drop it within 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll say that's what I did. And then I will go ahead and attack this one by Cabbage. 19 to hit.
Yeah, 19 is going to hit.
And real low damage, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep.
And then next attack is going to be a 23 to hit. And more damage this time. 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 11 points of damage.
Okay. You and Cabbage need to make me a dexterity saving throw.
9.
12.
9 fails, 12 makes it.
Sweet, nice.
So Cabbage,
So
you won't
0.
take any.
Yep.
Mal, you will take 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
All right.
And that's me.
Milo.
Okay. I have 30 feet. Can I get
Okay.
right above where, like, the tile right above where, how far can I get with 30 feet?
You probably get there.
Okay, that's perfect. Now, I have a question,
Okay.
and this will determine my thing. Can I tell if the big one has been conjured by magic or if it is a creature?
Why do you have to choose?
So
They just give it to you at once.
It is not a Tweedle.
Anybody who shows up on this stream's what?
So how do I answer this? Why do you?
Banishment.
Why? Why are you wanting to know?
I was thinking of dispel magic on the big guy. If it is a creature that
Okay.
has been conjured to a being, and I can just dispel it away. But I don't. But if I don't think it is, then I will try something else. I
Make me an Arcana check.
okay. Come on, Henry.
Yes.
Not bad. 17.
17. This is not a magical
Okay.
construct, but it's also not native to this world.
Okay. So.
So if you had banishment, you could use
Okay.
it.
I don't have banishment.
I think we're still too
Yeah.
Do I want to protect myself, or do I want to just deal damage?
still damage.
Give damage or just defend myself? I want to end this quick-ish.
I mean, townspeople are being lit on fire.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will get the big guy to his left, and the two up top in a snowball.
Okay, so the big guy.
So it's a 20-foot radius. I'm just gonna snowball him.
And which other ones?
So the two up top, the big guy, and the one that's right to the left of the big guy.
Okay, so with a 20-foot trying to remember my geometry here. 25,
Radius, not diameter.
radius, not diameter.
So I can get,
So 40 feet.
yeah, 40 feet. So I can get the two up top, the big guy, and if I like center it like a little.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So if you do roughly
I'm not
that.
not trying to hit Killian.
You're like,
Because
"Ah,
I've
my
hit
nose
him a
is
couple
chilly."
times and
Exactly.
I don't, yeah.
Okay,
So I'm going to
so yeah, you can do that.
Oh, and that's just gonna miss my
just for
shadow too.
just for some flavor. I'm going to take my new shield. It will float in front of me. The head will open, and the fireball will like shoot out of it before the snowball explodes. So I need those 4 creatures to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Well,
Let me check one thing.
Okay. I hope I do good. Do I? I don't have that. Why would that would be smart?
Okay. So what do we need again?
A
Sorry.
dexterity saving throw from those 4 creatures.
All right.
Oh, it's looking good.
Dex. One. First one is a 21.
That succeeds.
What are you doing?
I'm just cleaning up some space.
Oh, okay.
Less cluttered.
Wait, hang on. No, I'm
That
sorry.
last
That
roll
was
was-
not right.
Okay.
A little bit of a mess.
So first one was a 19. Second one is a
That-
5.
So 19 succeeds.
Okay. Third one is also a 5.
Failed.
Okay, so that's the little guys. So the first one saved. And then the 2 little guys failed. And he's got just a straight. The big guy rolled an 11.
That fails.
Okay.
So, for those who failed, they take 35 points of cold damage.
You're gonna kill me from the explosion of the methods.
Only one of them is gonna.
The cleric's turn's coming up.
If that big one explodes.
It's not gonna
I have.
explode.
I have.
So nothing around
I have-
that
If you
one.
do die, I might laugh a little.
And the little one, or the one
As they all
that did
explode,
save.
Here, Killian.
Save 17 points of damage.
If you do die, little bonfires on this side just because.
So Killian,
By methods.
make a dex save.
Yeah, you still have resistance.
I'm still a little upset.
You're
okay, my
still
turn's
standing better than you ever did.
So.
You told them
13.
you were good.
Okay, so you will take 4 points of fire damage from the exploding method.
See,
Yeah, that
that's
could have
not
been
that
worse.
bad.
That's only like half your hit points.
Okay.
I mean,
All
I'm
right.
below half
Anything
my
else,
hit points
Milo?
currently.
Did
I have
and
42
just a quiet,
Oh.
just
23
a
points of damage.
Oh.
You only got 40.
that is
-2 in my
that is
constitution.
Yeah.
will
It's okay. My turns next.
yeah. I'm not gonna do the
Hopeful.
I'm not gonna do the roar of the dragon because there's too many people of my allies near, so I'm not gonna do that. As a bonus action, I'm just gonna have Ingir tag along with Castian, and he's just gonna hold his action
Okay.
to just give him advantage if he tries to one-on-one one of these methods.
I think I might have moved the wrong person for.
No, I don't think.
Oh no, Castian. That's right.
Oh.
You ducked back there.
Yeah,
Never mind.
yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. All right, and that's your turn.
Yes, that is my turn.
Simi.
Alright, so everybody is clear around us. I am going to. Okay, is Killian in blowy uppy distance? The 2 that are there in front.
Not anymore.
No.
Okay, good. So I am going to
Fine.
hoof it over to that first one, like that one closest south there.
Just do a
Okay.
backflip off of Tall Mal's head.
She's
And
drunk.
you've got
Yes,
40
yes,
feet
she is.
So now she's a
of
drunken
movement.
master.
I
You
do.
laugh. That is. She is
45.
literally a drunken
45.
master.
So I can't actually get all the way to him.
Well, let me just do a little bit of.
You could Step of the Wind.
Can I make it?
You know, Keith.
Yeah, you can make it.
Okay.
Squares.
No, I was gonna say if you'd made your map to scale.
I made the map before I
True.
before I changed
Decided
over.
there was gonna be,
So
yeah.
Fair.
So, yeah,
I can make it. With
so you can make
45?
it. Do you want to be where you are between them, or do you want to be just the one?
Mal's shadow is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
there
there's
too.
there's a shadow right there. That's right.
Oh yeah. So kind of, sort of in between. Yeah.
Well, Mal's shadow is in that spot.
Oh,
Go around back.
can I like parkour off his head and hit the other angle there?
Mm-hmm.
What will Keith allow?
Acrobatics.
Make an acrobatics check. It is going to have quite a high DC.
Is that going to eat my action because it has a check? 'Cause it's
No,
gonna eat
no,
my
this
action.
no,
Part of
this is
your,
this is part of your movement.
Okay. And what is my acrobatics? That's gonna be a
I get it. Well, I'll take that.
Okay.
I might be okay.
I don't. Sorry. 25.
Yeah, with a 25, you kind of do this little stutter shake or this little shimmy step, and just do a somersault over them and land behind them.
Okay. So
See me?
Nice.
that
Oh,
one.
hey.
Um,
Now you're surrounded.
you know.
Well,
Look at that.
there's a hidden method.
Several.
So I'm a hit the one up front there first.
So the one, which one?
The one farthest south.
Okay.
And that is going to be okay. The lowest one of these rolls is a 16.
They will all hit.
Okay.
Oh,
So the first hit is going to do 11 damage.
Okay.
The second hit is going to do 11 damage.
She rolled 3 6s and a 5.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Uh-huh, I figured you would.
I do need you
Uh-huh.
and
My
yours.
shadow's gone. If it takes damage, it dies.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so your shadow's gone. Dex save for you.
I make it.
You make it.
And I have evasion. It's a 19.
Yeah. Okay.
Without any of the pluses.
Okay. So now I
I get
need
a plus
to
8.
roll
I
a.
choose not to fail.
That one's working for you really good.
Yeah, it's doing
Okay,
like
so
it
I
has
need
its
to-
moments where it's cantankerous, but it usually treats me pretty good.
This is
During the first phase, right?
okay, and that one takes that one is a natural 20,
Oh.
so it's only gonna take half damage.
Oh, they take damage as well?
Yeah, that's how they chain and explode.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Except no, he doesn't, because he is immune to fire damage.
That's what I thought.
Oh, well, that answers a question I was going to have to ask on my turn.
Then how do they chain explode ever? If they're immune to
Yeah.
that same type of
I don't know.
maybe
You want me to check
maybe
on
it's
that?
just the fire ones that don't.
I was going to say, I'm just going to
Maybe.
pull up method stats and see.
Yeah, you knew that. I don't have access.
Yeah, they are immune to fire damage.
Weird.
Maybe,
Yeah, that makes
yeah,
sense. Well, dang.
maybe they were just like, the fire one's too powerful. Give it to another one.
Or maybe we've all been playing it wrong.
No, entirely possible.
So yeah, when I see that it's about to do the lemming oh no thing, I like pop off of its head and like flip in the air while it blows off. And then the next one is gonna take
Here, you can hold on to him since you're.
is gonna take
he's
another
hitching a ride with you.
11 points of damage.
He's
Make a
your
dex
murder
check.
buddy for today.
Everybody.
I am now a real pirate.
Everyone
That one didn't do so much. So that's a plus 8, so 10.
Okay,
Rolled
so
a 2.
Oh.
It has its moments.
so you will take so the raw damage is 8 points of fire damage,
So I take 4.
and then this guy has to make a check. Has to make the save. and fails, and takes the full 8 points of that. Okay.
And
8 points of
then I have
boom damage.
one more hit from Flurry of Blows that is going to be 10 points of damage.
What was the attack roll? Never
That-
mind, they were all over 16. Never
yes.
mind. And was what?
That was going to be 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And because I'm drunk and mastering, I can disengage because I used Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So,
Where do you want to go?
away.
Alright, so you'll just kind of take a step back.
Yeah. Out of direct line of fire.
Okay,
except
that's
not.
about as far as you can get.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so now we've got this guy up here, and he doesn't have enough
Brayden, you said I have advantage in 1d4
range.
on attack roll?
That's for his enlarge.
Oh.
Ingir is basically, he's gonna cling on to you and follow you, and he's just holding his action to give you flank whenever you want on
okay.
something to help you with that
Okay,
advantage.
so he gives me flanking.
Yes.
Good.
That's his whole purpose with
Wow.
Yeah,
This one
because
made
I'll
up
be
for it.
going after that one up top there.
you. Yeah,
Next.
no, that's why he is. That's why I always pair him with a rogue.
Okay.
So, and he can also, I can also cast spells through him onto you.
Nice.
So, should you wish to go invisible, let me know.
That is the chaining explosion is a special ability of the ice method.
Interesting.
Because the ice method's damage is slashing, which it is not immune to.
Oh, because it's ice exploding.
Yeah.
that makes
So
sense.
yes, the ice
That
methods
makes
are the ones
sense.
where when you kill one, they can potentially explode, and that can kill all the other ones around you.
I
and
don't
they
like how
explode.
you're lining up a shot, Keith.
Shots.
Oh, did my boyfriend go? Is
Oh,
he with
Akarai?
us?
Was
He just-
Akarai invited?
He's well. I mean,
Akarai went to go
Did
see if the
Cabbage
monastery's
tell
okay.
Akarai?
He's holding down the fort.
I
watching
actually
over the
legitimately
horses.
have an important question there, though, because if Akarai did come with, then Akarai just saw one of the gods show up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't
although
that
is
his second time?
Yeah, I
Cabbage
feel like
That's his
not the
second
first
time.
Did he mean
I don't remember if he was there.
He was there.
I think yeah, he meant.
He was
like,
with Mal, because
Oh no,
Mal
yeah,
woke
he
up
met
first.
Zoigan, but like I don't think he was there the time where we had multiple deities just sort of
hanging
Yeah, he
out.
was
walking
there.
in and out of town.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, Killian,
Oh no.
dexterity saving throw.
At least it's Dex.
15.
So that'll make and
You gone yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not gone yet.
Where are you?
So I'm like back over here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, because he bounced back behind me. To
Yeah.
hide.
really.
I hid in case it
We
exploded.
haven't even finished a whole round.
No.
No.
No, that's.
Yeah, we've not finished the round yet.
forget-
So how much damage do I take, Keith?
Is he dead?
Only 30.
1 point.
1
really
point.
Bad, really bad roll.
Really bad roll.
Yeah, I've had
It's
those.
okay.
Is that half of your current hit points?
Yeah, it's okay. It's
Almost.
probably good to help you. Should we like go away?
It's
Okay.
almost- It's almost the healer's turn.
I know I changed my mind. I would like one, please.
Mizuki, it is your turn.
How far am I away from Killian?
We hear from the very back of the pack. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
40.
He's gonna- you're gonna be about 50 feet away.
How?
He was in the front of the pack. To be
Yeah,
fair.
he was in
Yeah.
the front of the pack.
Also, I have 5 extra feet of movement compared to
Okay.
everybody, and
plus it's not exactly
yeah,
to
that's,
scale.
that's like
so.
it's bigger than it looks.
That's what she said.
No,
Okay.
that's what he said.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Um,
Poor guy.
the size is how you use
Okay.
That's what they always tell you to make you feel better.
What are you talking about? Yeah, no, that's 5 inches.
Okay, Mizuki is going.
It's not about the size of the ship.
it.
It's
Or
not
the
about
motion of the ocean.
It's not about the motion of the
First-
ocean. It's whether or not the captain stays in port long enough for all the passengers to get off.
Oh, this is.
That is an important variable to consider.
Never heard that one before.
Keith says it all the time.
Okay. I guess I'm never there.
It's fair.
Hashtag dirty dad jokes.
Oh, wow, dirty dad.
Absolutely.
Alright, Mizuki is going to first cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Okay, he's
Oh.
within 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, we're good. Okay, she's going to cast Healing Word, and it will be. Let's see.
I would love to have a cleric with
7,
Tourette's.
8. Okay,
Healing
for
words, like-
11. 11
Okay.
points for
So-
Killian.
11 points. Oh boy.
Yeah,
When he
I
messes up
cast
the
it
spell
at
and
a
gets
level
something
3.
else.
So, okay, and that's just my
You got this.
bonus action. So I will also be using my action and my movement to go toward Killian.
Okay. How far do you want to get?
I should be able to get all the way. So I
Okay.
have my action.
So what is your plan? What are you aiming to do? You just want to
Okay.
get close. You just want to get next to him.
Yes. Yeah, right next to Killian.
Okay.
Yes. So like flanking.
Okay.
If there was, yeah.
Well, flanking would be all the
I
way
know.
on the other side of it.
Well, yeah,
But-
but
Yeah. So as you come out, you do see that method there. Do you want to interpose yourself between Killian and it, or were you wanting to? I mean,
Outside.
what's your what's your goal there?
Yeah, I will probably put myself between the method and
Okay. Good deal.
Killian. Yes.
All right.
I just want to be close enough that I can touch
By Elton
Killian.
John.
Good.
That is the dream of many a
Yeah,
person.
yeah, I know.
With
Mizuki
consent.
gets to live with consent.
Okay.
With consent.
I'm sorry.
Oh, did you see? Okay. See, I was gonna be polite and not say anything to him.
I just had to ask what it was.
I feel really self-conscious now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't know your bathroom was that echoey. And I thought I was doing it in my head again.
Let's see. Yeah.
I have a
think
problem.
that is. Because that's her action.
Yeah, it's
and
called
her
not
bonus
getting enough
action.
sleep.
So,
I get like 8 hours of sleep.
Too much
Yep.
sleep.
Okay.
and
Oh.
she will, yeah.
I'll do
So
it.
basically hunker down and
Okay.
Too much sleep.
like put her
Just
shield up.
always not.
with-
All right.
Right.
Cool. So
Anyway.
thing happens.
Need her binoculars?
Killian.
He needs glasses.
Oh, it's me again?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, finally.
does a 16 hit the giant flame in front of me?
That's a good question.
I hope it does.
Yes, it does.
Okay, excellent. So Killian is going to draw both of his swords, and as he does, green electricity will start building up all around him, and he will do 3 slashing attacks. And as he does, the electricity will arc onto this enemy. Is this thing resistant to non-magical slashing damage?
It is not.
Okay, excellent. So the first hit will do 22 points of damage.
Oh.
Okay.
The second hit will do 28 points of damage. And the third hit will do 24 points of damage.
What is that?
I just Divine Smited on all 3 of my hits.
Oh, wow.
Die, dang it.
That's what? 82 points of damage?
Something like that, yeah.
That's insane.
Okay.
Is it dead yet?
It is.
Oh, just
Does it
Does it
explode?
No.
Dang it!
Didn't explode.
No, it didn't
Thank-
Oh, there's still another
explode.
one.
In that case, Keith, how many people can Killian currently see that are dying or potentially dead?
Oh, townspeople.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us. We're okay right now.
I was saying, of all of us, I think
Yeah.
he's the only one hurt.
I took some
Probably
damage.
some.
I took 21 points, which is more than half of Killian's hit points.
So there are actually 8 townspeople sort of running around with
Okay.
It looks like
with
he-
fire.
Then, as a bonus action, Killian is going to cast Sanctuary on himself and start moving towards those town people to help out.
Okay.
Push them in the well.
I have creator destroy water.
Kind of.
You
It's
need to
also
put them
raining,
out!
so-
It is raining, yeah.
It is raining.
Cabbage.
I also have creator destroy water.
Okay, what or
Stop
what
weapon
weapons?
roll in the mud, you idiot.
There's one
Yeah.
Mephit in the middle of the square and one that I don't know if we can see.
There are.
Well, I think-
Yeah.
I think us down there didn't see it, though.
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm gonna go for the one that I can see.
Okay. So you can get up there right next to Mizuki.
Okay, so that would mean that I have flanking, which
Nope.
means
You're next to her, not opposite her, but you don't need it unless you're trying to get advantage, in which case you need to go around the far side.
do I have enough
Or
movement to
you
do
can
that?
do better now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I used
Okay,
my
I wanna
third
do that.
level.
Yeah, no, good.
Because I was like, I can't get close enough to do cure wounds.
Just want to say.
But I
And
can.
as you sort of flash by, make me a perception check. As you're going around it. Do it with disadvantage though, because your attention is on the one in front of you.
And it's raining, so maybe lightly obscured.
You said perception?
Yep.
Oh, maybe not, because it's fire.
23.
With disadvantage?
Yeah. I rolled a 17 and a 14.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. So as you're sort of going past this thing to get into attack position, you notice sort of down the side of the inn, sort of in that sort of open area between the buildings on either street, there's another one hiding back there as well.
So
Is he cowering in fear? 'Cause
as I head towards this other one, I'm gonna yell, "There's another one over there!" Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Then 23 points of damage.
Okay. You and Mizuki need to make me dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
27?
Wow. I cannot roll. Okay, nice.
Mizuki?
3.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I know.
So you'll take 4 points
Oh, fire damage?
of fire damage.
Reduced to 2.
I have resistance.
So you'll reduce that down to 2.
What's that like?
You don't have vulnerability to it, do you?
If I use certain things, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, we're fine.
Um,
Keith.
Wait, did it move?
It's okay, the right people have been taking damage.
What
It's
exploded?
it exploded.
Oh, yeah.
Keith.
Castian.
You
What?
say something?
Well, those I just the 10 things that we saw fall out of the sky. Was one of those things bigger than all the others?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You mean there's one even bigger?
Okay. Can I run between those buildings?
Yeah.
Okay, hearing her say one went down the alley, I'm going to run between the buildings.
Okay.
Movement. Does that get me close enough to hit?
Yep.
Excellent. And then I do have Ingar, and so that's
He,
going.
he, he
He's
will
just
use
sort
his
of-
action to dash and give flanking opportunity to the
Okay.
rogue.
Tongue tickle it from the other side.
Alright. And I'm going to stab it.
So you
So
get advantage.
yeah, that's 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alrighty.
Uh oh. I just remembered a very fatal flaw in this plan.
I think so.
9, 10, 11, 12.
And you're just gonna turn and look at you and go.
19
as the
damage.
explosion.
19.
19. Okay.
Like a
Yep.
Terminator
All right.
2.
It is still up.
Still up. Okay.
Do you have a second weapon you can pull out?
I will use my reaction.
I could use my quarterstaff.
I will use my reaction
Because
to
it's
have
technically
Inger
cane
make an
sword,
attack,
so.
because I can do that.
Okay. Hang on. So are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I want to swipe at it with my cane.
Okay.
Oh, you can attack twice.
Offhand attack.
Offhand.
Yeah.
So
you still have
yes.
advantage.
Do I? Okay.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, that's gonna be a 6.
That's gonna miss.
Yep.
So with your reaction, Ingir,
Yep, Inger can attack. And he does have he has advantage as well. Because he is flanking.
he does.
Poor Inger.
It's almost a crit. So that is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Inger goes up and bites it.
And you go,
He can only bite it at the moment, so yes, he does do
Does Ingar have resistance to fire?
that. No. 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I need Ingir to make a dexterity saving throw. I
Yeah.
need you to make a dexterity saving
How
throw.
many hit points does Inger have?
7.
Okay. There's a chance he can survive this.
Yeah.
Depends on what
Yes.
Keith rolls.
21.
You'll save,
15.
which means you'll take nothing.
Yeah, 15.
15 will save.
Yes.
This will be the time Keith rolls max damage.
So he saved.
He did.
Raw roll was 6. He takes 3.
Okay.
He's still with
He's
us.
still with us. I'm going to make a note
He's
somewhere.
got like the mad scientist like.
If he had eyebrows, well, he wouldn't have eyebrows anyway. Now,
All right.
That right.
And there are no more enemies, so we are stepping
Thank you.
out of combat.
he has
Yeah.
4 hit
Oh,
points.
okay.
So Cindy is going to run for whoever is injured that she can
I
find.
will start prayer of healing.
And I'm gonna do drunken medicine checks.
Now for the next minute, you're still enlarged.
Do you need some healing, Killian?
I'm doing prayer of healing.
Probably
I
okay
started
now.
prayer of
Okay,
healing.
well, I
Taller than me.
So,
That's the first time I've ever been taller than someone.
who got hurt?
How's it feel?
Me.
Not normal.
Killian.
Melvin,
No.
anyone? Did anyone else get hurt?
I did,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
I got
well,
a paper
this
cut,
is 6
pretty much.
creatures.
oh okay. Yeah, I took 21,
I think it's you, us two, and then however many townsfolk you want, if you want.
and maybe Ingir.
And Inger, yes.
Please,
yes,
please,
yes, I
heal
will.
me.
I
Heal
have,
me.
yes.
It hurts.
Anything for you, Inger.
Oh.
He just. He has like sunburn on his face.
Okay, it takes 10 minutes though.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but
I suppose we'll just look around and
yes,
see
that's what I
okay.
will be doing.
anyone who's injured. Just bring them closer.
Killian's gonna look around and see.
Who saw?
Yeah, how many people saw what just happened?
Well, there were the 8
Yep,
But they're on fire, so that's a disadvantage.
victims, obviously.
that's what I'm hoping.
Okay, everyone gets 15.
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
Back to full.
Yeah.
Inger is back to full.
Make me a perception check.
Who?
The one who was looking.
The
Okay.
one who was looking.
23.
23? Okay. Off to the north end of town, sort of through the haze of the rain, you catch a glimpse of 3 soldiers in Imperial garb. They've got their weapons out, in a defensive stance, and as you watch, they sort of wide-eyed turn and run off.
Now, Keith, I have a question that I have not brought up because it has not become relevant yet, but it just became relevant.
Mm-hmm.
During those 6 weeks, Killian had tasked he'd arranged for some stuff to try and suss out what the situation at the garrison was like and how their feelings towards the prince and their just general morale was, and to try and figure out who's still in charge over there.
Okay.
What did Killian learn from that?
The overall morale is pretty low.
I would
As
say.
you would
As
imagine,
one would
their forces, the forces that got left behind feel very, very lucky to have gotten left behind.
Mhm.
But once there were like a handful of stragglers that made it
Yep.
back, and once they heard that, morale is pretty low.
Okay. Who's running the garrison currently?
So it was one of the relatively junior officers who was left behind to sort of keep watch over the soldiers that were left.
Do you come up with a name? Captain Portune.
Fortune?
Portune. Portune.
I like Fortune better.
Fortune?
So
Okay.
Captain Fortune
Keith,
is.
if I have to start talking with Bib Fortuna.
Yes!
He's dead.
Okay. What is his disposition towards
The situation.
the town and the people here in general? Because Killian was trying to suss out whether or not he thought he could make use of them in our budding rebellion.
Make me just a straight D20 roll.
Okay, I will, since it may become relevant for this. One of the ways Killian was trying to get to this is he has a spider, a mechanical spider he can release that is attracted to lies and rumor or like secrets, and it records what it hears and relays it back to Killian.
Right, yeah.
He would have put that into the camp to try and gather rumors and other stuff. I don't know if that changes this,
Sorry.
but it may be relevant for...
Just go ahead and make me the D20 roll.
Can we just unleash the badger on him?
It might
Well,
already
The
you
badger
did.
might be going after them already.
16. Okay.
They could be having a badger problem right now.
Yeah, they could be having a
We could all be having a badger problem in the future.
Schrodinger's badger right there.
16. So the captain the captain still believes in the Empire.
Okay.
Now that being said,
he's as further away.
he's as
as
far away from the center of the Empire as he's ever been.
No, yeah.
And he's feeling not abandoned necessarily, but he's not feeling like he's got a lot of support from the Empire.
Okay.
Basically.
Looking, like, quick look around town from what I can see from Town Square, how many people seem to be, judging by that all the methods were sort of in Town Square, I assume most of the casualties were, like, right in this vicinity. How many people are hurt or injured or dead at the moment?
So there were 8.
Yeah.
And
that's it?
injured?
Yeah, so there were 8 in the town square. It doesn't look like they got very far past that. So you're not seeing a whole lot of other people out on the street.
Did that 15 healing from Mizuki do good?
Yeah, it did pretty good. A lot of the there are still like angry red burns and stuff, and blisters on some of the victims. Everyone looks like they've stabilized pretty good. They're still in a little bit of pain from the burns, but they don't seem like they're in life-threatening situations.
In that case, Killian is going to cast Long Strider on himself to increase his movement speed and try to. He doesn't want to go he doesn't want to cross. He wants to not let the soldiers see him, but he's going to try and beat them to the camp as fast as he can.
Need a ride?
Killian's not stopping to mention this. Like, as soon as he sees what's going on, Killian's just going to try and get ahead of this before it gets bad. So,
how fast can you run with that?
With that, I can go 45 feet without dashing. So with dashing 90 feet a turn.
As fast as me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I roll to see if he's...
So
if
we'll
notice
come back to that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't. He hasn't said anything. So.
And then
you guys, Killian's not being like oh, I gotta sneak away. He's just seeing, and he's like, and I don't have time to. I have to get ahead of that before it gets bad.
Yep.
So we'll come back to that. And what about the rest of you guys? What were you asking?
I was gonna see if that was something that I just happened to
Take
catch.
care of Jonathan.
Yeah. Most, you would have seen that. You would have seen him, basically running off.
But does it look like all of the injured people are being taken care of?
I mean, we have Mizuki.
Yeah.
Okay.
We start moving them to the Hydra.
Yeah.
Just to get them out of the rain.
Yep.
So I'm gonna hoof it after Killian, I guess.
Okay. I don't know if you can keep up.
My normal speed is 45.
Oh, okay.
And
So
you
you
can
can.
dash, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go 2, just because.
What is your speed?
30, but it's 30, 30, 30.
Yeah, because he can dash as a bonus action as a rogue, so he can also go 90 in a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different ways, but you still get the
Yep. Still get
same results.
Okay.
Killian, do you have a memory modification potion or anything
No.
like that? Okay, so how hard do we need to hit him in the head?
Oh, I'm not gonna hit him in the head.
Actually, that would be more like, so Killian, do you have a memory potion?
And he's just
We elves,
nice and easy.
natural sprinters, very dangerous over short distances.
I'm just gonna be your backup because I'm not good at talking.
Are you gonna dismiss the enlarge on
No, so for the next minute, he's just double his size.
It's fine.
And then when it runs out, he just slowly deflates.
It's all out of one finger.
That's not where it's out of.
It's just one big fart.
Okay, so I know what those three are doing, and the rest of you are just.
We'll just watch over the 8 people that got hurt. Just making sure.
I assume a lot of town people are going to be coming to see what just happened.
Yeah.
Because I imagine it didn't go unnoticed.
Yep.
Yeah, probably not.
But I think we killed it all fast enough that I don't think very many people actually saw what happened.
So,
Yeah.
so there
I'll
are these
take care
little
of that.
there are these little spots on the ground where the methods exploded. That
Kill everything in 12 seconds.
Yeah.
there are these little spots on the ground where the methods exploded that have the little cartoon ring of burns.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Man, fireproofing the town has really paid off.
Now we just have to figure out how to fireproof the townspeople.
Well, that's the next.
I do not advise using my fireproofing.
Should you come in contact with the fireproofing material, please contact a doctor and alchemist immediately. Side effects may include.
Key component is what is it? potassium.
Yeah.
If you have an erection lasting more than 1 hour,
4.
really?
That is what the Viagra commercial says.
Yep.
Yeah.
4.
Just the thought of having an erection
For 4
that
hours.
long sounds so terrible.
That
Yep.
makes my heart hurt.
Anyway. All right. So the three of you, are you going along the main road or are you cutting cross
I would
country?
do cross country if it was, especially if that was a more direct route.
That is going to be more direct. I am going to need you to make me a survival check.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1 and
You're so
find
bad
the
at
badger.
Look, I only have 2 first level spells left. If we run into the badger and it's angry, we're dead.
It's angry. Maybe it won't be angry.
That's
I've
the
never
thing
seen
that
it not be
TPK's
angry.
is an angry mechanical badger. He
Please,
made me
please,
for
if
my
I've ever asked
birthday.
for anything.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. So you are able to find your way.
Killian became a paladin.
through
He
the
took
woods.
proficiency in survival.
Just
Yeah, my proficiencies. Let's look at them, shall we? Look at all
Okay.
those board
So you're able to find your way through. So you're able to find your way through the woods to just outside the camp.
I mean, I have a few.
I would follow him.
Well, I figured.
Yeah. Just saying. I played with some DMs. You have to specify.
You already told me you were following him. I took that as read. So what are you guys doing once you get there?
Do you need me to say anything?
Bonfire?
I don't think so.
Okay. I will stand by.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Simi's still drunk.
Yep.
try and fix this before anything goes
By
wrong.
the way.
Killian is going to go up to presumably the sentries outside the garrison
Okay.
and say,
Is
"Hi,
Simi more charismatic?
I need to speak
Or less
with Captain
charismatic?
Fortuna.
What's your business here?
There has been some disturbances in the village,
Okay. That's
and I have been sent to bring word to him and update him on the situation."
What sort of disturbances?
Do you see the burns on my face?
A fire broke out, but not like... It's really hard to explain. It was like a fire, but it was like alive. I know. Hence why I am here.
Have you been drinking?
I have not.
I have.
I was asked to come and explain what we saw and give an update so that he was apprised of the situation. That's all that's...
Okay, so you're walking that fine line.
I know.
Between persuasion
I know I
and
am.
deception. I'm trying to.
Killian does intend to update him on the situation.
Yes, but you weren't sent to.
I was sent by me.
And he's the most important
That is,
person
we're
that
a
he
distinction
believes.
without a difference, land.
And
Let me.
Delusions of adequacy.
You know what? You know what? Roll me both. Roll me persuasion and deception.
We'll take an average.
Can I give him advantage?
You haven't said anything.
That was legitimately the same thing for both. So that's a 15 deception. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, no, yeah, a 15 deception and a 17 persuasion.
Okay. So So you actually it actually looks like for a second he's not buying it, but then he kind of, you can almost see him talk himself into believing you.
Okay, my plan B was gonna be like, look, we've had lizard men running around killing things for the past year. I don't know what's going on anymore.
So, but you do see him sort of, talk himself into believing you.
Did
It's
you
like,
miss the crazy things falling from the freaking sky?
all right,
Yeah.
come on.
I don't even know.
And he turns into the camp and starts leading the three of you that direction.
Meanwhile, slowly closing the
Back at the ranch.
Back at the ranch.
As you're going, he does stop you off at another guard post. I'm afraid you'll have to leave your weapons here.
That's fine.
Dangerous with that?
I have to kind of take the top part of my robe off to take the weird little short sword contraption-y thing out of the sleeves and off of my back, and then pull the knives out of my boots, and then pull my bow and arrow
down. I assume that Castian does nothing. Because you wouldn't deprive an old man of his walking stick.
I would put down my dagger and a short sword, but would I be able to keep my cane?
Except he's not an old man.
Do you, do you need that?
Oh, it definitely comes in handy with walking.
Take his staff.
Make me a deception check.
Of course.
I hope you're good at this.
I got a +9, so we'll
Okay.
see.
Oh wow!
Why the hell are you better than me?
Rogue, bitch!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that tracks. That
That
tracks.
tracks, that tracks.
19.
Things I say to myself. Why are you better than me?
Oh! Got a 20.
Not 20?
No stick for you, my friend.
Natural 20, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
Very well.
Okay, so
I
two
will.
of us are now dangerous. He's been disarmed.
So
All
it's
he
like,
can do is throw bonfires around that can't hurt anyone.
Very
Yeah.
well. Very well.
and he'll take it and put it with the rest of your
He's
gear.
he's gonna take it, and as he takes it from you, the shit's gonna unsheath. You're like, what?
It's got a little locking mechanism. I don't know if he'll figure it out or not, but.
So he takes it from you and he sort of hefts it a little bit and he sort of cocks his head. You get a sense that he knows there's more to this than meets the eye, but he's going to let it slide, and he just sets it over
I
on
don't
the...
think it's heavy. I've been working out.
Anyway. And once that has happened, once you've been disarmed, mostly, he will take you further into camp. Eventually, you guys arrive at the commander's tent. It's only a couple tents over from a place you've been before.
Just a regular tent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear.
And
Quiet that brain.
and he gestures you in.
No.
I'll go in.
I haven't done anything.
drunk.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're drunk.
No.
You're drunk. You don't know what you're seeing.
You don't know what
I mean, to be fair, you're crazy. You don't know what you're seeing.
You don't know if what you're seeing is real or not.
And the captain is sitting at his camp desk filling out some reports.
Are there other people in the tent besides the captain and us
There's
three?
not. No.
Killian's gonna... I assume there's a place to sit across the desk from him.
There's actually not.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna sort of put a hand up, finish writing a line or two, blot it, roll it up, and stick it in one of the pigeonholes of his desk. Close the drawer and look up. How can I help you?
Do I know the captain's first name?
No.
Okay. There has been an incident in town.
I'm going to need more than that.
I'm sure you will. I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain the problem.
Crazy thing came from the sky, spat out 10 weird little fire goblin-y things, and it lit the town on fire.
Nope.
Well, it tried to.
It lit many townspeople on fire. Sorry.
Let me cut straight to the point. In about how much time do I think we have before those 3 guards get back into camp?
Probably about 5 to 10 minutes.
In about 10 minutes, maybe 15, you're going to get some very interesting reports about what has happened in town. The reports are going to say that there were monstrous creatures and that people wielded magic and all sorts of probably other crazy stuff.
And why would I be getting a report like that?
Because that is what happened. And I am here to explain what is going on before things get out of hand for you and for me.
I'm listening.
Do you have another chair?
No.
Fair enough.
Got one.
I was there and saw what happened to the rest of your men that used to be here. You've seen what kind of difficulties we have to deal with out here on the edge. Do you know the last time we actually had a garrison here to protect the town?
Well, as lax as things have gotten here, I'd say it's been a while.
Not in living memory. Not in my entire lifetime or my parents has the Empire been here to protect us. We have had to adapt to that and the difficulties that we face here. That is why you're going to get reports that magic was used in town, because it was. And we had to use it to defend ourselves because we've had to grow accustomed to taking care of ourselves because the Empire often the Empire often is not here in a time to help us when
Yes,
things
they were
arise.
not again.
I saw a third of your garrison get wiped out in one fell swoop. That's the kind of thing that we deal with out here, and we've had to make some difficult choices as to the best way to deal with that. I am not saying that what happened was right. I am here to explain to you why it happened, and hopefully we can come to some sort of understanding.
I also have a question. How long have you been here?
Well, I came with the garrison.
So, okay. Have you noticed that you can do shit you shouldn't be able to do yet?
See me? Shut the hell up.
It's just an honest question.
I know, but it's not helpful. You're drunk. Despite my best efforts to prevent that from happening.
Just weird little stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just had more gas. Just a question.
You are asking me to ignore imperial edicts.
No, I'm asking you to understand that the people out here on the edge have had to adapt to life without a lot of the comforts of the Empire. And I'm asking you to assume that 3 men saw something and it scared them so bad that they're babbling nonsense.
What's in it for me? What's in it for my men?
What's in it for your
Survival.
men is that we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you and your garrison are safe. How many of
That's
your
my job. That's our job.
and how many of your men did you lose listening to one of the princes of the empire?
Because that was his job.
Oh gosh, that was a burn.
Captain, you're out of your depth here. And that's understandable. This is not where you're from. You don't know the lay of the land here. We live here. We've had generations where we've had to learn how to make it out here. I am not asking that you ignore your duties or ignore the imperial decrees. I'm asking that we try and make a compromise and that you give us the benefit of the doubt and understand that oftentimes the actions that people in town have to take are a matter of survival, and that the imperial decrees sometimes don't. It's difficult for them to reflect the realities out here. I want to be able to work with you. I don't want us to have to be at each other's throats, but I'm also not going to let the townsfolk or your garrison be put in danger by these things. I tried to stop what was happening when your people were attacked, but I was too late. I'm working to try and make sure that doesn't happen again. And that'd be a lot easier if I didn't have to worry about people coming and knocking on my door tomorrow and arresting me.
It sounds like you have a lot more information about what's going on than you're offering freely.
I can give you all the information I have. I doubt you'll believe it. But if that's what you want, I can give it all to you. The reason no one's been telling you about these things is because we don't know you. We don't trust you. You came from the outside, and we don't know if you're going to give us the benefit of the doubt when we explain what we've been having to deal with, or if you're going to assume that we're crazy, or you're going to punish us for telling you what's really going on around here. That's why you've been kept in the dark. Your predecessors did not do a lot to encourage trust with the townsfolk. Your soldier, they didn't care what happened to town or the people who live out here. So the people who live out here didn't care what happened to them. I'd like that to change. And I think you're a reasonable man, and I think that you would like to keep your men safe. I think our goals align here, but I don't know.
So you're asking me to trust you.
Yep.
And freely admitting that you do not trust me. Trust, as I have come to
trust
understand.
you. But don't hold it against the people out here if most of them, when you showed up out of the blue, the first time in generations, don't be surprised if they didn't trust you. We've learned to be suspicious of outsiders out here. It keeps you alive.
I mean, consider Prince Lars. There are reasons we don't trust folks easy.
And your predecessors, when they came out here with the garrison, didn't do anything to earn anyone's trust.
You, I'm sorry. What was your name?
You know, there's a lot of confusion about that.
I'm going to reiterate again that she is so drunk, and I don't know how because I swear we cut her off. Where did you get a drink?
You know, I forgot.
Mal gave everyone a drink. Oh no, he didn't give you any.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't.
That's why I'm
You got into the cooking wine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It was a
Cooking
really
wine.
bad drunk, too. Didn't even get the good stuff.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, a sister of the Apellian Order, speak this way. Or at least agree, even tacitly, with one who would say such things.
You're surprised that a person of a monk order would tell the truth?
No, I'm surprised that a person of your particular order would say anything against the Empire.
You're surprised that someone in a monk order would tell the truth?
How many people do you know out here that are out here because they thought it was such a great place to live in? How many monks have you met out here who thought, wow, I'd love to go live on the edge of the wilderness in this tiny podunk town in the middle of nowhere? That sounds like a great time. People get sent here or find themselves here because they've been pushed out of other places.
Not gonna lie, it was a massive improvement for me.
And you've seen yourself with what's happened to your men. You're sent here on orders that may or may not actually be why you're out here. I mean, I don't know what Lars was doing with all of you or where he was leading you, but I'm sure he didn't tell you everything, given what happened to all those men and the fact that he disappeared.
Yeah, I didn't
I
really
don't
say
suppose-
anything against the order. I said something against the guy who just, you know, led a whole bunch of your men to their deaths.
You don't suppose...
On the subject of Lord Lars, I don't suppose you have any knowledge of his whereabouts?
How detailed of knowledge were you hoping for? I have a rough idea.
You could tell him that he's now a prisoner.
Whatever general he was traveling with used some sort of magic to escape with Lars from the I don't even know how to describe it, the hordes that fought where the garrison was. The information I have leads me to believe that he is in league with said horde of lizard things.
You would have me believe
I
that
don't
the
know.
son of the Empress, may she live forever, is consorting with a known magic user.
I'm just telling you what I saw. I don't have all the details. I know that he and said
I
general
don't
are headed
suppose.
south.
I don't suppose you have any hard evidence of what you're claiming.
How would I have hard evidence that the general and the prince used magic to escape certain death? What exactly could I present to you that would be proof of that?
I mean, we have a lot of witnesses.
All I know is that you are asking me to take your evidence
Wait,
on
but there was...
just your word.
I don't care about whether you believe me about what happened with Prince Lars or not.
Oh, yeah.
My point is this. Out here, the rest of the Empire, the powers that be, either don't care what happens to us or are too far away to be able to help us, so we've had to learn to help ourselves. If you and your garrison cannot adapt and compromise with the circumstances and the realities that are out here, you're all going to die. And more people than we can afford to lose from town will also die. Because we'll be at each other's throats instead of working together to keep each other safe.
Also, didn't most of the town see Lars?
Garrison, anyway.
I'm sure there were people in the garrison who saw it. I don't know if they've said anything. If I had seen it, I probably wouldn't. Especially if I'd survived that.
That sucks to be scared to tell the truth, man.
Well, and we'll see how you feel when you're not drunk. Anyway, that is why I'm here, and that is my proposal. I can share with you all sorts of information that I have. Whether you believe it or not, there's nothing I can do about that. The question is, are we going to have to constantly be looking over our shoulders at each other, or can we come to some sort of agreement to work together and not have to fight on another front, as it were.
I tell you what. Obviously, I'm not empowered to just toss imperial edicts over the side. So long as you and yours, and no one from the town, takes any direct offensive action against me or my men, we will leave you to your own devices.
We can work with that, but you understand those same ground rules are going to apply to you and your men. If your men harm the townsfolk or put them in danger, are we supposed to just let that be and ignore it? That doesn't seem like a very good partnership to me. I don't want you to ignore imperial decrees, but you do have the authority to choose how to enforce them.
We were sent here originally to patrol the valley.
Yep.
We were not sent to meddle in the affairs of your town.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I was more than a little uneasy when our orders took us that route.
All right.
I intend to return to our original mandate.
Okay.
Is that agreeable?
It is. Here's the question I have for you then. If you and yours find yourselves in danger, and we are in a position to help you, what's your reaction going to be if helping you and saving your lives requires us to defy imperial decrees? That is the position. We can live and let live, but I want to know, what would you have us do if we're in that position? If I have your word that if we, in saving your lives, you'll give us the benefit of the doubt, then we'll work together to help keep you safe as well. Now, if not, we'll let you go about your business, we'll go about ours, and hopefully you and yours can survive.
I suppose we'll have to load that crate when we come to it.
That crate's not going to get loaded if you can't offer us.
So if something falls from the sky tomorrow and starts attacking your men, that's kind of a thing we need an answer for now, so we don't just stand there going, well, granted, I mean, I just hit things, so I can hit things regardless, but...
I don't want to have to worry about whether in saving your lives I'm damning myself. And I would expect as a soldier you could understand that having to weigh those two priorities at once is difficult to do. And too many lives have already been lost because we've been at odds over that.
And I can't make blanket proclamations without some idea what I might be pardoning in advance. I am still an officer of the Empire. I do still have a certain duty. I can promise you this, that I will exercise as much discretion as I can. If actions are, in my opinion, egregious, then there will have to be consequences. That is the best I can offer.
I can live with that.
See me make me a perception check real quick.
Was there wondering when those soldiers
Oh, that's
get
pretty
there?
good.
He's hitting the emergency bank call button under the desk.
23.
There is a bottle of wine on the desk behind him.
You're already drunk. Do you really need more?
Yeah, but does drunk see me think, oh, I don't need any more?
Yeah.
Can we toast to our partnership?
Do you need anything from us at the moment? You wanted something out of this arrangement. You clearly were interested in information. What do you want to know?
The predicament I find myself in is that unverified information does me very little good. I have to have something. I have to have something that I can take back to my superiors.
What do you want to take back to them? I don't know what you would need to take to them. I don't know what would fulfill your end of things. If I can help, I'm more than happy to. I don't know what that would be.
As I said, I was uneasy with the course that Lord Lars's orders took. I suspect certain things that I cannot prove.
What do you... we can speak freely between each other. We're not going to... If you suspect things, I might be able to point you in the right direction or provide you with the evidence or information you need. But I don't know what you suspect.
I suspect that Lord Lars has been plotting against his mother. I have no proof. It's a gut feeling. But that information would be very proof of that, let's say, would be very interesting to the people I report to in Costas. Especially if it were true.
And I think I can get you some proof. As long as you're not going to need to have a lot of the details as to exactly where it comes from. I can give you a general idea of where it is coming from. I can't give the exact specifics. The question is, how much do you care about knowing everything, and how much do you just want that evidence? Because I'm pretty sure I can get that for you.
How unconventional is your source?
Not at all, actually. They have intimate knowledge of
That's one way to
said
say it.
plots against the Empress.
Who are you referring to?
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Both apply.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I can probably get you details that only those involved in the conspiracy would know. And I think I might be able to get you first-hand evidence that there was a plot. It failed in some capacity.
Backfired? Huh?
I mean,
Is there... The information could prove useful. Is there any way... Are there any channels that you could... Is there any?
You broke the deal.
Can you make this legitimate?
Is there any way you could have access to the information from sources that will not be, let's say, political suicide or literal suicide?
I can get you the evidence, and as long as you're not hell-bent on tracking down exactly where it came from, I think that it should be readily available. The evidence itself is fairly damning. Granted, depending on how well connected your superiors are, it might not be news to them at this point. I suspect that sometime within the next month or two, maybe, you will be getting information asking you to bring Lars back to the capital. I'll put it this way. You remember how I said nobody comes here by choice? Yeah, Lars didn't come here by choice. He was running.
I mean, yes.
But
He had a
the
convenient
lag
reason.
between that information getting here and the events that we've already dealt with are the issue.
Bring me your information.
All right.
I'll take a look at it.
Pack my bags.
Okay. How do you want me to deliver it?
Signed, sealed,
Just-
notarized.
Just send me a messenger with it.
All right. That I can do.
Securely. Someone you trust.
Yeah,
Clearly.
that I can do.
I walk into camp.
All right.
Somewhere in the middle of all of that.
Simi's like,
So I rolled a 28 sleight of hand. But I'm also drunk, not a thief. So I'm just trying to get behind Killian, and I lift the bottle up and go,
She's asking.
not stealing, I'm asking. Just behind Killian.
Yes.
Everyone is gonna smell the alcohol.
Okay.
Yup.
if you or your men find yourselves in trouble, send a messenger into town looking for us.
How does he know who us is?
I'm confident that they'll figure it out, or that we'll notice. We'll do what we can to help.
Okay. About this time, you do hear a commotion outside.
And I think that is my cue to leave you to deal with the reports of terrible, awful things that are coming in from men who are clearly scared out of their minds and obviously didn't truly understand what was going on. I'll leave you to that.
So he stands up from his desk and he turns and he grabs his sword and starts strapping it on.
Good luck.
Thank you for your time.
And give them all
Yeah.
out.
Let me,
All right.
let me know if anything weird starts happening around camp. I'm just curious at this point.
Yeah, there are people running into town screaming all sorts of nonsense.
Like, is anybody starting to fart lightning or something? Because this town does weird stuff to people.
Because the water here is literally magic.
All right, so you guys leave the
Yeah,
camp
yep.
and head back to town.
As soon as we're out of camp, I'm like, oh, that could have gone a lot worse. Could have gone a lot better. Could have gone a lot worse.
I was
Real
so ready
good
to kill
killing.
that.
Oh no, plan B was that I was going to kill him. We were going to run back to town. We were going to hide out for a day, and then we were going to come back and wipe out the garrison. That was my
I was gonna
plan.
try and figure out what kind of weird little superpower he's developed and blackmail him, but yours is
Yeah.
probably better.
I hope Nothing terrible's happened back in town while we've been gone.
We should run.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
What
Let's
has
get out of
happened
here.
back in town while they've been gone?
So,
Start
so the
booking
rest
it.
of you that are in town,
Yep.
you've taken all of the injured people into
Yes.
into the inn, into the tavern, sort of laid them out. Been tending to their wounds.
Yes.
Occasionally, offering healing a little bit. There are still, the burns are still, they're healing, but they're still there. They're still visible.
Okay, yeah.
They're all very thankful. One of them is James.
Oh.
He got burned?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
One of them is James. So he's lying there, and he kind of
Ow.
very, very sort of obviously is not looking at you.
Oh.
Good man.
Good man.
Yeah.
Put him out of his misery.
If you kill James, I'll have to kill you.
I know, I'm not gonna James.
He's suffering. Put him out.
It's not my fault.
The code of the blacksmith will obligate me to kill you.
You killed somebody I hate and I actually like you, but I am obligated.
Well, if you kill her, I'm going after you.
I see. This is
We're
where
all
you
gonna
can.
die.
It's just gonna domino.
The hammer and tongs sends its regards.
Oh, now I want to make that a thing really, really bad.
I'll let you take
So
that
is there anything else in particular you guys are dealing with, wanting to deal with?
So we never did have our little talk.
No.
No.
We still have to
well,
do
I
that.
mean, they're half. Anyway,
Just making sure they're all okay then.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I can get
Mizuki's probably
transported
gonna
back
make-
too, right?
Yeah, it's right outside town. Presumably still set up.
Well, you
Also-
can worry about that.
Mizuki will probably remind Cabbage that there's a carriage outside of town, and someone should probably keep an eye on that.
My wagon.
The shaggin' wagon.
The
Yes.
shaggin'.
A fully evolved, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fully evolved
Yeah.
shaggin'.
I'll go check on that.
There's food on it. We could have dinner.
No, like that's literally,
Yeah.
we could just go back to town and be
Yes.
like, well, now that we've saved town,
Now that we've
back to what we were doing.
I suggest we just go back to what we were doing.
I'm gonna go over to the shaggin.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That's
it's
just never gonna get old.
so again it's off from town just a little ways. I mean not super far. It's not even 5 minutes past Killian's shop. You get to it, and Cobalt and Jonathan are still just grazing out next to it. It's still set up right where it was. Doesn't seem to have been harmed in any way.
Is there a badger anywhere close?
If there is, we have to run. We're not equipped to deal with that badger.
I love that you want to
Is anyone
get
else-
rebellion against our empire.
Look, Killian has a pretty good idea of like how the Empire runs and what he's up against. Killian does not know what the Badger is capable of. He made it, and it has already moved beyond his control. It has evolved. For all I know, it's out there propagating. It's out there having small metal mechanical badger babies. I don't know what could happen at this stage.
Mechanical badger.
You allowed it access.
It has
to that
grown
ability.
beyond what I designed it to do.
You made mechanical
So
life.
all is actually well. There's not.
I mean, make me a perception check.
You could sit and talk with Turnip.
Yeah.
17.
Everything seems to be fine. Does not appear to be anything out of place.
Can I find turnip?
Yeah, Turnip's right there, right where you left him.
Counting and stacking gold coins.
What?
2, 3, like Scrooge McDuck.
Oh,
Just
back
don't
me
get
up
any
on
tongue
this.
involved.
What?
He will.
That's like that takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
So how long does it take us to meet them?
Yeah. How long does it take before they get back?
So it's about 15 minutes or so back to town.
I'm
And-
hungry. Let's eat.
So we get back to town. I assume they're still helping take care of people.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
All but Cabbage, who is
Right.
Playing with turnip.
So
I'm gonna
Did you
even
have fun
more
on your
drunkenly
run?
double check the medicine things going on and just make sure everybody's okay.
that
Even though you were doubly
is-
drunk, I'm real drunk now because I finished
Depends
like
on your
half of it
definition of
before we
fun.
left, and I finished half
Where'd
of it
you head
on
off
the
to?
run.
I went and had a chat with the captain of the garrison.
Oh, how'd that go?
We're alive.
I can see.
Better than expected, but not as well as I had hoped.
Oh, good.
Do you
like
need
your
me to have a chat with him?
No.
Is this a conversation we should have at the Shagun?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a conversation we should be having out of the town. How conscious or semi-conscious are the injured people?
most of them are fairly conscious.
Okay.
Still, they're just kind of they're you know, a couple of them are laid out, just sort of resting.
How much of what happened do I think they retained?
Just looking at them, hard to tell.
I'm gonna go help look over their wounds a little bit and try and talk with them a little bit and try and get a gauge of what do they think that they were just in the heat of it was craziness, they don't or are they like, I saw you, I know what you did.
And would they care since
Would
most of
they
this town
care?
farts magic?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
gonna
the
be
problem.
Wait, how much magic actually happened though?
James is
So
the one that saw you.
Not-
Mal was
Not-
big.
You were big.
Mal was
you
big.
are.
I snowballed.
He snowballed.
He snowballed.
I killed something with green lightning.
I
You
stabbed
used your
him.
shadow. It's not magic, but
It's not
some
magic,
people
yeah.
interpret it as magic.
Mizuki healed people.
But I mean,
Yeah,
Might
I
have
like
not
prayed.
been
how
super visible.
I prayed,
Okay.
I don't know. I
After-
just want to get a gauge.
What's that?
and
Do
then
an insight
people
on
felt
if
better.
A lot of them are
Like,
just
I mean, I
See,
don't
the
know
other
how
half of this problem
visible
is
that
that
is.
I've convinced the captain that I'm leading this town-wide organization, and now I have to make sure that the town doesn't tell him that that's not true.
That we all adapted and grew magic over
So
generations.
yeah, go ahead and make an insight check,
Okay.
and you can as
I
well.
mean, to be fair, that's not an inaccurate explanation
Not
of what's
exactly.
happened out here.
James is the one that knows.
That's
Five.
It's gotta
okay.
be James.
I
Five.
think James
Yeah.
already knows.
Does he?
James has seen Mal do stuff, yeah.
James is gonna be the kid that I train to be my apprentice.
Gosh.
Nuts.
No, as soon as I saw him run into a
Does
burning building to save
Mizuki
people, I was
notice
like,
how
okay, you
drunk
deserve
Simi
better.
is?
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Hang on, my computer's loading. I rolled a 17. I think I have a +2. So I think that's a 19. It might be more.
For most of them, the whole thing was more of a blur than anything else.
Good.
Most of them were standing next to windows, and all of a sudden, there's
Fire.
fire everywhere. They're on fire. They're running around, and they
Okay.
don't really get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's James.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through before we kind of reconvene off to the side, and I'm just gonna the folks that were hurt.
How drunk is Simi?
I'm real drunk.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Plastered.
I mean, I didn't actually roll.
Or
well, I mean, but-
insight or medicine.
Okay, I'm gonna do medicine because
Like if I was still drunk before and I had finished a whole wine since then, whole bottle of wine,
Will it take 15 minutes for that new wine to kick in?
probably not.
okay.
Not if I'm already drunk.
That's what I expected, but not as good as I hoped as the watcher for my life.
Let's see. 14?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious
Okay,
that she's
Mizuki
3
is
sheets.
going to touch Simi and cast lesser restoration.
Wow.
You have been soberfied.
Whoa. She just like, jeez, everything is so clear.
Welcome back to yourself, Simi.
There's only one of everybody. And that's impressive.
That was a good idea.
It's a good feeling, huh?
Yeah,
Well done.
I think this might have been mine.
You know?
I had never thought of doing it. That is
Yeah,
an
really
excellent
good.
idea.
Really
I mean, why not? Like,
That's
alcohol
excellent.
is
It's a
technically
poison.
a poison,
That's
so
fabulous.
why wouldn't lesser restoration work?
Yep,
to-
you're not wrong.
Someone also has paladin lay on hands as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's what
Yeah.
I'm realizing.
In that case, like, she's not going to be like disgusting people with her breath as she does this. She's going to go through and like check on each of the people that's all bandaged up and whatnot,
Yeah.
and tell them like you're going to be okay. You did real good. You survived.
Working on your
Bedside.
bedside manners.
Be like, you know, you survived. You're important. You're seen, and go through and like tell everybody that
Okay.
He said,
they're going to be
is
okay.
anybody dead? Did anyone die?
Before we had a chance to get to him.
No one
No.
died.
Okay.
All right, good job, team.
Woo!
So, about James.
No!
No.
I don't know what James is gonna say to us. I don't know how he's responding to what happened.
Did you say anything?
I mean, he's seen Mal do his shadow thing before because he was there at the.
Oh yeah.
So.
Did he say anything to Mizuki?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna check in on him though. Just be like, you okay, James?
I know what you are.
Yeah, James. You
It's okay to not be okay.
Depends on what you mean by okay.
Simi's not okay.
He's fine. He just has a broken heart.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you,
so shy.
what do you mean by it depends on what you mean?
This is the
Man.
Simi we all know and love.
This is the sober see me.
I was gonna say, at least when she was drunk, we could be like, ignore her. She's been drinking.
No
She's
longer.
just this way.
I think I mean what most other people mean.
What's that mean?
Can I do anything to help you, James? Are you all right? Do you need something?
Well, use a good night's rest.
Yeah, I think I just need some rest more than anything.
Okay. Well, if you need to talk, let me know, okay?
Okay.
I'm really bad at talking to other people, so I'm not great at talking, but I can shut up and let you talk and get stuff off of your chest, and I'm not gonna judge anything you say. So,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Sleep
Smack
well.
burn picked up.
Yeah.
Alright.
There.
Exactly.
Oh,
sorry.
I suppose then we'll head back to
I
the
mean, it probably heals on
Shagging.
accident.
Okay.
Should we
You.
help him
to
go to sleep?
continue our discussion.
Yeah.
Should we help him go to sleep?
I'm
Man, you
sober
really
now,
just
so
want to hit somebody in the back, like over the head, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, because she still doesn't know that she can do that yet.
Nope.
Nope.
Does he still have any wound left to heal?
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Oh yeah, the
He's
kid that's
better
traumatized.
now.
Let's use more magic on him.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, she's just going there.
Yeah, I'm just patting his back and he feels better. I'm not sure that he'll tell
It's
me
also
he
not the
feels
first
better,
time he's
so.
been magicked better.
Yeah,
This is true.
Yeah.
So
This is true.
realistically, I don't think that's gonna. Yeah, I don't even know that it's happened. I don't know if he knows
Oh,
that it
hell
happened. Nah. So yeah.
Okay. It sort of knits together a little bit more, and then he, as you guys are leaving, he leaves the tavern as well, and then turns the other direction and heads toward home.
to the shaggin.
So you guys all gather back up.
Oh, I
It's a
hate
thing
it.
now. You're just gonna
So-
have to be
You're
okay.
welcome.
Now we can have dinner.
We had dinner.
We had
We
dinner.
ate.
Did we?
Yeah, we
We
did
ate
eat.
before- We
We
ate
did
and
eat.
No, I don't
then
before
remember that.
everything.
Okay.
yeah,
We did
we
eat.
Yeah,
ate
we had-
before it kicked off.
We had dragon
Ah.
service.
Years.
We
Okay,
ate,
yes.
but we didn't talk.
Yes, we did have
That's
dinner,
true.
and then
We did
everything
not
exploded.
accomplish the purpose of the dinner.
No.
Yeah.
We
no.
all sit in chairs and wherever.
I'm trying to have Karai back with me now.
Okay.
Mal, you want to pop that keg again and give us all drinks? Because I could use some.
But not her.
I just
Yeah, no.
helped.
If you remember, I told
Oh,
her
is that
earlier
what
tonight.
Yeah,
She
it was what happened.
Has been drinking, and I don't know where she got it from. I thought we'd shut it all down.
Right? No, I
Well,
told
it did
told
come
her earlier
from-
tonight that
it
she
didn't
can't
come
have
from
any
the
of mine
winery we
because she
blocked
drank
everything.
the cooking sherry.
So,
She had a bottle of wine when she came back.
what?
Yeah, I know. I was there when she got it.
Wait, how did you get a bottle of wine from the garrison?
She
She
took it
asked
from the
nicely.
captain.
Oh.
She has nicely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, she asked nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That worked.
So,
Yeah.
interesting night.
A bartender, he is not.
yes.
Or interesting evening. So,
Okay, so back on topic. What did I miss this past few months?
we will inform you. Do you
Blah.
may need to know,
Yeah,
or can we just say for the sake of brevity, we catch you up?
I'll do a quick recap afterwards as we go.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
get you filled
I-
in.
Yeah.
We give you a synopsis of what has
Yes.
been happening since you left, which I think, for the most part, is that we just went to the city, got the Earth,
Yes.
the Earth half of the dragon,
Yeah.
and have returned and just had a 6-week sabbatical.
6 weeks of working.
thinks
So
he's
not
a king.
much.
Oh,
Mal is
Mel
technically
is
the
technically
king.
a king
Of
of
a
a
kingdom that doesn't
abandoned
exist.
city.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations, Your Highness.
Don't
no
call me
one.
that.
A king of nothing.
King of nothing?
Essentially, that's what
Me.
Mal is. A king of
Me,
nothing.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Didn't
fought an
stab
ooze, and
the
then you took
guy
it as
and
a sign that you were now the king.
It is not a sign. It is a tradition amongst my people,
Yeah, but
and
don't
he
you have
lived as the king of my people for an unknown period of time.
yeah,
We have records.
Yeah.
but
So are
don't
you
you
sure?
have like the shardy
Yes.
bit or something in your stomach?
Yes, I also have been given power by an unearthly dragon thing.
Welcome to the club.
Speaking of unearthly
Yes, start
dragon
printing shirts
things,
or something?
you guys want to, I don't know, fill us in on why there are flaming things falling out of the sky?
I think you know about as well as I do.
I think it's
We
I think our
are
fire
unsure.
general friend decided to send a little team to wreak some havoc.
Why did it fall out of
Most
the sky?
likely.
Well, easier to get around flying above the clouds so that no one can see you.
So what if we made a ship that could fly?
What if we steal a castle that can fly?
Don't like that.
Yes, I've been
Where
wanting
is
to get that
the
castle.
castle?
for a
What are you
while.
thinking?
That's
of,
run
Killian?
by dragon cultists.
Nope.
Killian has an idea. It looks like it might be a painful one.
I mean, we could also go talk to the good
Sorry,
kobold
what-
dudes that
what are
are
we talking
related to our.
No,
You're thinking
yeah.
about
Shards.
flying castles?
They've got to be tunneling underground still.
Dragon cultists.
I don't think they would know that the Earth one.
Yeah, whatever
It's out
happened
of
at
the
Flying
city.
Castle?
Wait, where are we?
No, this is
Oh,
okay.
totally
Oh,
not
you did.
part
Okay.
of
Keith
the.
is,
Related.
Keith is just fiddling around.
But yeah, this is not actually showing up.
Sorry,
on screen,
I was
so-
thinking about how I could get my wagon to fly
Oh, good.
Oh
What?
boy.
Oh,
later.
That's cool.
later.
Later.
Yeah.
The Flying Shaggin.
No.
That's worse.
If you can make it fly, you need to rename it.
Yeah.
Don't rename it.
The Shaggin' Flag.
If there's a petition, I'll sign it. Alright.
But
The
it could be a
Flag?
flagon.
No, it's a shaggin.
But if it's flying,
So-
then it could be a flagon.
Multi-terrain.
So
no,
in
it's a
more
workshop wagon.
in more recent news,
Mm-hmm.
we have made a deal, arrangement
It's a real loose alliance.
with
Yeah.
the garrison.
Okay.
When I say real loose, I mean real loose.
So
Not exactly guaranteed.
3 soldiers saw what happened in the center of town tonight.
Okay, so that's why you ran.
So yeah, I tried to beat them back to camp, and we talked to the captain beforehand, and the current understanding is that he's going to leave us in town alone as long as we leave him and his people alone, in the sense that we don't do anything clearly illegal in front of them.
Okay.
Seems to be the vibe I got.
I'm still a little unclear on where he stands as far as if we have to save their asses, how he's
Yeah.
gonna act about
I
magic.
don't know. But, in order to build some trust with him so that we don't have to worry about people getting arrested tomorrow, Mizuki,
Yes.
you have like a letter that sort of is like your family's way of telling you, like, hey, our plan against the Empress failed, so stuff hit the fan, right?
I do have a letter. It is coded.
Could you give it to me uncoded and without any, like, information that would identify where your family is currently hiding or anything
With a
like
cipher.
I mean, yes.
that? Okay, if you could write that up for me, great. That'd be great. The captain suspected that Lars was working against the Empire, and to build trust, I told him I could probably get him some evidence that that was in fact the case.
Yes, I do indeed have evidence of that.
Yep.
We have a plethora of evidence.
So-
on that.
The garrison captain
Yeah.
thought Lars was conspiring against the Empress.
He suspected as much, yes.
Did he have evidence?
No. Hence why he wants some. And I want to convince him that we're trustworthy so that we don't have to worry about the garrison.
Even though we're filthy magic users.
So
I mean, you
kind of...
Here.
What's the name of the captain?
I don't know, I think his first name's Captain. His last name is Fortuna.
His first name is Big.
Is Fortuna? Is that a
As a
prominent?
fish.
I was gonna say that I was gonna ask if that was like a prominent like Costas family, but
So
Not really.
I told him that we were using magic, but I framed it in such a way as to hopefully keep him satisfied.
So you openly admit it.
I did not openly admit. I implied that we used magic and told him that the reason he was about to receive reports of magic being used in town is because magic was used in town. I did not say who. I did not say exactly what or any of the details. Basically, I told him, hey, we have to use magic out here because there's lots of terrible things, and so in order to survive, because the Empire usually isn't very reliable out here, we have to.
I would like to point out that a good portion of the things that we have to deal with out here that are horrible are because of the capital.
Yeah, but I didn't want to have to get into all that with him.
Alright.
He's loyal to the Empire, so he can't say use the capital doing stuff. So.
wait a second.
He believes that her holy empress is divine.
Yes.
No, yeah,
Maybe
he
she
did
left
that.
forever.
Yeah, he did the thing, and
He
it
did
wasn't
the
even
thing.
Yes,
ironic.
most people believe that she is a god.
So,
Right.
Most
I sort of
closer to the
forgot
capital.
about that.
Yeah. that's
he
real problem.
basically said that he and his garrison are going to go back to doing what they originally came here to do, which I assume is
Hunting kobolds?
Kobolds.
Well, what they came here to do, as I understood it, was actually to hunt changelings.
I don't
It
know.
Anybody they
wasn't-
don't like.
All
It
I know is
wasn't
all the
just
people who had an idea or an agenda of why they were out here originally are dead. Or gone.
Or prisoners of war.
So hopefully we can earn his trust enough that we don't have to worry about the garrison interfering in anything going on here. At least as long as he doesn't catch wind that we're planning a full-blown rebellion.
Which we are.
Right, but hopefully he won't find out about that till it doesn't matter anymore.
Till never.
Or till by the time he can do anything with it, we're
That's
strong
too
enough
fun.
that we can deal with it. Which might not actually take that long, because I'm starting to suspect that all 6 of us might be able to take that garrison on.
Do you want to count again?
Huh. There are 7 of us now, aren't there?
And
There's
Akarai.
8.
Akarai's gonna leave.
What? Sorry, that was an involuntary sound.
You
I
say
knew
what?
that,
He
it's
sings.
fine. It's fine.
So I came to go check on the Shaggin. Did you guys check to see if any of the townspeople remembered or saw any magic-y type stuff?
I did
Only one of them seems to remember maybe anything.
Oh, but he already knew though.
Who?
You were there for that. Oh, James has seen me do my shadow
The
thing.
thing with James is I don't know if he really understood exactly what he was seeing.
Well, it's not actually magic, so.
Like,
But it can be interpreted by others as magic.
Right. So, I mean, at least in that respect.
No, I'm humoring the individual.
At least in that respect, he's seen it, and something that he would probably qualify as magic, and didn't say anything, so I don't know that it's an issue.
Do you not remember the time I specifically sat down and explained to you that your shadow thing is the same type of whatever as the time loop?
It depends on if he recognized it.
That's, again, beside the point. I don't think that James is going to be an issue.
I don't think so either. I mean, I think he's just kind of confused and a little.
I'm sure he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad day.
Any day that you get lit on fire is a bad day.
Is it? I don't think it's necessarily a bad day specifically.
I feel like if you've been
I got
on
kind of
fire,
singed.
probably not
It's probably a bad
great day.
I thought your eyebrows looked a little chunky. Alright.
If you knock off what's left of them, then they're not actually.
Oh, put them back on.
Yeah, those don't go back on. But I think that somebody has, like, charcoal pencils that they could just draw it
I
on,
have
right?
makeup.
Yeah.
This is not the first time I have been with patchy eyebrows.
That is
No
true.
one will ask questions as to why that is.
You are actually.
To be fair, I
correct.
think that word will spread around town about the fire thingies.
Oh yeah, but I'm
So-
not actually
Yeah.
worried about.
But they might
That's a
attribute it to
technical
the
term,
fire
right?
beetles as well.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
yes.
true.
But yeah.
This town has had dragons fall from the sky.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the
Fire
town knowing that there were
mosquitoes.
magic fire thingies in town. I just
Yeah.
wanted to know who knew what we did. So,
Plan moving forward.
Yeah.
Are we leaving?
We're waiting for the delegation.
We're waiting
Meeting, right?
for.
When is that?
It should be in the next.
when
day
is
or
our
two.
summit, Keith?
Yeah.
Should be in like the next.
It's
Russia
the
is
next day.
uninvited.
Huh?
Absolutely.
It's the next day or two.
So
Next day or
after that, my plan was, hey, we should head out towards your homeland and your people. However, if we have someone raining down fire things out of the sky onto town, that's a little complicated. I'm not sure I feel comfortable leaving. At least not until we
We need
know
to
that
have
there are
somebody
people here
here
who could deal
securing
with that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what the garrison is supposed to be here for, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they just need someone to tell them what to do.
so with this new relationship that apparently we have with the garrison, is there a chance that we could chance? Wait.
Chance.
Wow, you got
Is there a
really
chance?
fancy.
Is there a chance?
Um,
Mizuki's rubbing off on you.
so, I mean, could we try to help train them
Do you think
to be able to better help?
No.
No.
The
Not that
agreement
kind
is
of
essentially the garrison will leave us to our own devices as long as we don't do anything blatantly illegal that require in a position where he has to enforce the law, or we don't take any action to harm them.
So sort of a hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to build up a little bit more trust with him so that it's less of a we'll look the other way and more of we'll do our best to not, to let things be as they are. But no, the garrison's gonna go do their own thing.
All right, that's.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know that I trust them anyway.
Do you need help with the garrison convincing them?
I don't think so.
But keep an idea on the back burner just in case it's something close.
Okay, so.
Well, you need help convincing them, right? On trust.
I think I basically promised them that I would get them without telling them what it was, the letter from Mizuki's family that explained, oh no, our plot has failed, and that should be enough to implicate Lars and be the evidence he's looking for. And I am hoping by actually keeping our end of the bargain, he will learn to trust us.
Okay. I do have another thing you can use. Some things you can use if you need more.
Oh.
Like what?
I go into my bag and I pull out the carefully wrapped ceremonial rapier that I have, which, so this was Adrian's, but for the most part, this is a sword that is only given to trusted guards of the royal family. That could give you some sway. I'd also have my signet ring, scroll of pedigree, and other things if you could use those.
That might make it look like we killed you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true,
Because
but
you're
I'm just saying that those
First
are some
question.
things on the
So this sword was Adrian's.
yes, which I gave to him as he was my guard.
Simi, have you two had a chat with your mother yet?
We talked about it.
You talked about having a chat?
Yes.
I think,
Talk about.
actually, I think having Mizuki make an exact replica of said sword so that we don't actually have to take Adrian's sword from you, and presenting that could be very valuable. But I think we also should make sure that you tell Adrian's mother that he's dead so she doesn't hear it from,
Yeah.
It's
that
been back
might-
here.
other
We've
places.
been here for 6 weeks.
Yup.
Yeah.
Well, 6 weeks
Also-
this time.
That is not how long
Milo,
he's been masquerading as her son.
Well, I know, but
you realize you still have Adrian's face. So
I know.
so
I
why
just-
would you give up his sword?
Well, I'm letting you borrow it. Giving it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Mizuki make a
Yeah.
copy that we can give them.
replicate it.
Because he'll want to send it to his superiors.
Yes.
Yeah, you're keeping that.
And no, yeah, you're keeping
If you're
it.
not
Yeah.
keeping it, I'm keeping it.
I know I'm keeping
Okay.
it. I can't use it, but I'm keeping it.
I am
Do you
fine
wanna
with
learn to
that,
use it?
But if you were gonna hand it over to somebody else, I'm taking it.
I'm surprised you're not proficient in using Adrian's sword.
No comment.
No.
Nothing that will stop. Nothing that will not get us in trouble. I will not say anything
No,
else.
that's
I'm supposed to feel really awkward about this because you're my brother's lover that looks like my brother, aren't I? Like, that's
Yes.
supposed to be real weird.
Do you want to learn to use it?
Mal's an expert. He can teach you. He's a very skilled swordsman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fighting so hard.
His sword
That's
was
what-
engorged.
I might want to work on learning some other things, but for the future, that might not be a bad idea.
Alright. It will probably be less fun for me than teaching you to use a shield.
I was really hoping you're gonna be. It'll probably be less fun for me than it will for you.
But to answer your question, Cabbage, no, I have not told Adrian's mother because I am scared to.
I mean, that's fair.
Because
Yeah, probably best. fun for you.
I am very well acquainted with using words to tell things, but I have never been scared to tell someone that their son is dead, and I have been pretending to be them for the last year.
I mean, that's
so.
doozy.
That is a unique circumstance.
Oh, it's
We
very
certainly didn't take that information very well.
It is very
I
difficult.
mean,
It
he's
could've
alive,
been worse.
so
Yeah.
I feel
Barely.
like I took it pretty well.
You're also from the capital.
Fair. So,
And
in this conversation, part of the reason that we decided to convene this evening is now Castian's sort of caught up on everything that's going on. You still with us?
Oh, I'm here.
All right.
I
Yeah.
kind of
Also,
suspected Castian would be all sorts of on board with, down with the man
Sickness.
and all that.
Oh wait, wasn't he already part of that? Like before us?
Yes.
Well, yes,
but
but
also when we say, "Are you still with us?" Are you still with us?
How would he know if that was yes or no?
that's a real tactful way to ask.
I'm known for my tact.
It's a first for everything.
yep.
No, I only see one of each of you, so I think we're good.
I guess that is at least an
That's
improvement.
something.
I suppose that's good.
Alright,
so,
Simi had
yeah.
a similar.
I sort of assumed, but I figured we should probably,
Similar
solidify
relationship.
that.
I mean, I don't
Should we
know
fix
that's
that?
right.
Pour you another drink?
Yeah.
So I will.
He can self-medicate, but I can't.
He's not self-medicating. He's drinking.
You
self-medicate.
The fact that you said that says something.
Would you like to do some tea, Simi?
Yes, please.
And I still want to
Hey,
know
Nat.
where you got alcohol from.
Wait, I thought we found out. It was the
Garrison.
cooking sherry.
No,
Before. Yeah.
before that.
Yeah, it was the cooking sherry.
Cooking sherry. It's very disappointing.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have to go around town telling everyone not to give you cooking sherry?
I didn't mean to.
I thought
was-
that I had the bases covered when I went around and told them just don't sell you alcohol.
I was just helping Milo when I was there.
Well, now you know who.
You let her drink? We talked about this.
I said she had better standards than cooking sherry.
So did I.
So
Can you give her another one of those, like, if she drinks alcohol after it, she'll just throw up things?
It is less effective the second time.
Well, in
Can
all
you make it
fairness,
really
she
bad?
is a highly
Can.
effective drunk.
Her being highly effective drunk is not what's at stake here.
No.
What's at stake here is that she is self-medicating with
and
alcohol.
needs a
Is this an
liver by
intervention?
the end of the day.
This is
Apparently,
like the safe
because I thought we had our bases covered.
Well, how about this?
When
I
do
will
you
make
hand
you
this
a deal.
What's that?
When do you hand this to me?
I'm just
2 times
I
a
was
week.
Talking, I was casually making it, and I just kind of slip it.
I will give you a drink. A good one. A small one, but a really good one. Oh, hush.
Is that the turnip hat?
Oh.
But a really good one. But you cannot have any other alcohol throughout the week.
Am I still sober?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm watching her put a hat on the mechanical raccoon.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe
know
you
what,
should
that
make one
tracks,
for the
okay.
badger too, and then it will be happy with its
You think
hat.
I'm gonna
Maybe.
paranoidly make a perception check for a badger.
It's gonna be a check for badger.
No, wait, 9.
Check for
It's gonna be
badger.
what
Check for
Killian's
badger.
He's gonna check under his bed every night to make sure the
I
badger
think
is
you're right.
there.
We're gonna have regular badger checks.
I know!
Eventually, we can be proficient with badger checks.
When
That's the
said
most
that
scary
the
thing
badger
in
might
this
make
woods.
this place unlivable for the future, I was not joking. I don't know what it's going to do anymore. It has outgrown what I designed it to do.
So the deal is 2 good drinks a
Mhm.
week, if I can.
And that is it, though. And they will not be on consecutive days.
Wait, it has part of Simi in it.
I
Where
would
you
like
go
to
during-
know, Akarai, do you think that Simi should try and stop self-medicating?
Wait.
Oh,
Ouch. You don't have to answer that because, like, that's conflict of interest.
Wait, how is that
Agreed.
conflict of interest?
oh right,
What
you've
are
been in a you've been in your hut
Oh,
for
I was gonna
6
say
weeks.
Yes.
dense, but you just haven't been here. They're a thing.
I mean, yes, but also.
Yeah.
Again.
They've
Had
they're getting along
relations.
better now.
So
A
you don't have to
flowering
answer that. That's a
friendship.
conflict of interest.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't say anything, lizard man.
I forgot.
Do we have a deal?
I'm confused by that reaction.
Just being brought up to speed, it's fine.
Are you sure? Because you looked upset.
No, just surprised.
I mean, that's
Wait,
fair.
why? Like, were you not paying enough attention to see where this was going?
I think the last time he had any kind of interaction with a girl, it was a reading date, right?
And wasn't that Alma?
It was Elma!
I am beginning to feel like I have painted myself into a corner, so I'm not going to explain that. I'm just going to move on.
Smart.
Do we have a deal?
She's gonna look over at Acherai.
Ackroyd would look away.
Acherai will look down, and then he'll look off to the side, and then up.
Fine, but I'm gonna need help with that.
Mm-hmm. How do you want us to help?
I can make you lots of tea.
I mean, that's probably something.
I heard that chewing a cinnamon stick helps.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of cinnamon? Are we
Think it's
talking like the Korean cinnamon sticks, or are we talking the, there's, anyway, never mind.
Also, that sounds like an expensive habit to replace with drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard. I
I
read it
can
somewhere.
lock all the alcohol that we keep in the wagon in the safe that you can't get into.
I mean, that's probably a real solid start, yeah.
That's gonna make it really hard for me to do my work.
No, it's not. I can make it so that you can get in.
Oh, okay.
Just not her.
Fair enough.
Can't you just make some non-alcoholic stuff?
I
Now we can
mean,
start making non-alcoholic drinks.
yeah.
Yes.
I see where this is
Where's-
going.
For the less fortunate.
Where's the fun in that?
But for the less fortunate.
Alternatives.
We'll see.
Sure. Okay, so we'll try every night to have a different, like, non-alcoholic.
Oh, we're doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, come on.
Tea
Come
is
on,
not
don't be cool to
I don't
her.
know if it's gonna work. If
Yeah.
it doesn't really help, then we won't keep on. But
I
if
mean,
it
I like
helps-
tea, and that doesn't have
Tea
alcohol
is
in it.
non-alcoholic.
Okay, if you're not asking me to consistently have to make.
We're not
A
asking you
pretense
to
that-
do it every day.
Okay. All
No,
right.
I want to make things.
I'm just saying, why not have the taste of beer, but
No, it's not
Not-
going to taste like beer.
or
It'll taste like
mead or
butts.
whatever.
All right.
Wine.
Okay, so we're concerned about the liver thing and stuff like that. Is there some sort of like is
Magic
there
thing.
something else that I can do when I get super upset about life? I
I
don't know.
have
Yeah, you can.
Something
Never
for
mind.
that. I have
He's
something
leaving.
for that.
We can spar.
I was thinking that too.
Getting your energy out would help.
I also have a spell that might help. Calm
Awesome.
emotions.
Cool. Good. Good.
So,
good. Good.
I will
okay.
be there for
I feel
you
like that would be a good.
Emotionally.
He can
Water
he can
tastes
practice
like
his shield skills.
I was thinking if we could
That's a
do
good
like
idea.
That's not a great idea.
Well, that's a good
I think it's a
we,
good
Sing
idea.
we can do like gauntlet style.
I can also make water taste like alcohol.
We can try it. I don't know if it's the taste or the feeling.
That's
but
what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. We're gonna have to workshop.
We'll do
that.
some experimenting.
Okay, sure. We'll workshop. Okay. Twice a
So-
week. I
I'm
get
not
a
sure we're
reason to
solving the
drink.
core issue here, but we might at least keep your liver intact.
We had an intervention for Simi.
I didn't realize that was on the agenda, but thanks, guys.
So-
Well, it wasn't until you got some alcohol anyway, in spite of all my work.
So back to before the intervention. So your plan is to just head south immediately then instead of going to Mal's?
My plan was if we go anywhere, we still might as well go see Mal. I feel like we need to leave. I don't want us all to just leave town without knowing that there's some
You need to have
people
somebody
to
here.
take care of it if we're gonna have
Yes.
fire falling out of the sky every other week
What
because we
badges?
pissed somebody off.
Okay.
And what do you propose to do about that?
I don't know. I was planning on the people that we were training to come with us.
I don't know that that will be an option if we're planning on people staying.
I know.
So you're saying that we need to have them trained before we leave?
At least well enough.
How long is that going to take?
It's a great question.
I'll talk to the folks in the order and at least start helping them get ready. I mean, I've kind of already been doing that, but
Does this town have a local militia?
Technically, yes.
I mean, if you would like, I can start training them in more specific combat techniques.
And then, what is our plan for the garrison? Just that they leave us alone and we leave them alone, or are we going to try and get them out of the valley?
Would be nice to get them out.
Because
we're going to be staging a full-fledged rebellion at some point.
yeah, I mean,
yes.
I
you
think
can always persuade them to
that-
leave or command them.
I
to
think
leave
that dealing with the garrison is something that can be dealt with after we get back.
I mean, is your letter enough maybe to have that dealt with?
I don't know. I don't know what him giving this evidence to his superiors is going to do. I just know that he wanted it, and so I'd like to make friends with him.
Well,
What about Fabrice?
he would want it. He wants information
Have I
on
heard
Mars.
anything else from Fabricia?
He wants
Not
evidence
yet,
he can
no.
take to his superiors about what's going on. And he wants to
They're-
know that
they're the last
I
group
actually have
that
access
hasn't
to
shown up yet.
information that is reliable.
Besides my family.
Then that means that
Okay.
the Empress doesn't know yet.
We live 2
necessarily.
months away from the capital.
Also,
that doesn't mean
right,
anything.
That doesn't mean that the Empress doesn't know. It means that a junior officer in the Imperial Army doesn't know.
Fair.
His superiors might already know about what's going on.
Fair.
But even if they were planning on telling him, we live 2 months away.
Yeah. The point of giving him the information has less to do with the actual information itself, except that that's what he wanted, and more to do with the fact of proving to him that we can be trusted and that we have actual access to reliable information.
Yeah.
So that if I come to him and say, hey, this really bad thing's going to happen and maybe you don't want to be over there, he'll believe me.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is beginning to sound like to me that we will need to train some people and leave them behind in town to help keep this place from becoming a crater before we get back.
Okay.
I do not know how much time that will take.
I would say like another month. At
It
least.
depends on who they are and how fast they can learn. They don't have to be like as skilled or experienced as we are. Just
No, I
enough.
understand
Just
that.
capable.
But if anything of learning how to use a shield, it took me like 10 weeks to learn how to use a shield. So
no. How long this will take is a great question.
Here we are again.
oh,
How do you think my time will best be spent? Training one person really well, or helping the town's militia?
Given how effective we are, I am thinking a small group of very skilled individuals is probably the best
All right.
right now, and it's also the least likely to attract attention. Because I also don't want to have to try and convince whoever runs the town militia to let us train them.
Also, if we train a very small group of people here,
Exactly.
and each of them train even just like 3 other people to a fraction of what we were able to train them up to.
Like a pyramid.
Yep. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Pyramid
tell
like a
each of
scheme
them
or
that they
something.
need
Pyramid
to
scheme.
find 3 people.
I was gonna say, Dan recruited me and this other guy. We each have to recruit 3 people.
Yeah. We can have a little chain letter attached to it that, you know, if you don't actually sign up with your particular trainee or something within the next 48 hours, that you'll have terrible luck for the next, like, 48
Someone
years.
can draw out the diagram and draw a pyramid around it, and then everyone will realize it's a pyramid scheme.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to make a call.
All right. Everybody roll me a d12.
Oh no.
D12 now? No.
Why don't you have a D12?
Because I don't use D12s.
You want one?
Oh, I have plenty. I just
12.
didn't have one out.
Okay.
Nine.
Okay.
4.
11.
4.
11.
7.
I don't like those odds.
I don't think these are odds.
Okay.
Badger rips into the shag and kills us.
Uh-oh. The one time I roll high.
Badger.
Badger.
Which of the NPCs in town would Milo take under his wing to train?
Oh.
We're doing this now.
Oh boy.
Of the NPCs in town, or the NPCs you know
Just rolled it.
that are going to be in town, and everybody be thinking about this
That
question.
I would train. I could only train them in like being like the face, or being like the person who does all of the
You could
talking.
teach them to use a shield and reinforce your own.
That's true.
I think we know who he's going to.
Oh yeah, I already know who I would choose.
I have to remember all the freaking NPCs. I almost wanted to say
Change your mind.
Potato.
no. I
Potato.
almost wanted to say Brother Izzard. But no.
She already tried that.
I have to freaking remember all the NPCs that we know.
Master Itzot trained me, so
I-
I have 9 retainers.
So you're just gonna pick one of your retainers?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just saying, if anyone wanted to train one of my retainers, that is an option.
That is an option.
Keith, do people have the option to invent an NPC?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, I can invent someone.
I assume you already have mine down.
Yes.
Carlisle.
Master of disguise.
So, I don't. Never. Actually, hang on. I have notes. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Is one
Does
of
anyone
your-
else have one?
I'm pretty sure I would go with Cal.
Okay.
So Kel already fought in the army, so he has to have at least some experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, he might be a higher level
but-
than you.
I can also train him into.
What are we training these people for?
To defend
Save
the town.
the town.
Yeah.
To defend the town.
In
okay.
case of.
So there are two ideas out. The first idea was Killian was like, hey, we should train essentially an elite squad of adventurers so that in the future when we are dealing with multiple problems, we can be like, hey, you guys, go deal with that while we do this.
Okay.
And now the second reason is to keep the town safe and keep things running in town.
Does Mal have access to any of the changelings? Because that's his first thought.
He could if he asked.
He was not going to ask. If he does not know where any of them are specifically, then he'll go with a dwarf. But I just...
I don't know that.
You should train Draxus.
Yeah.
So I don't know that you would know where any of the changelings are.
Okay, then he would go with Draxus.
Okay.
I was trying to go through all the NPCs I know
Okay.
where I could find someone.
So Keith, to specify, since he does have military training already, I have the actor feat,
Okay.
which I can impersonate other people,
Mm-hmm.
and I would.
So you're
That's
training
not-
him.
Well,
with that?
training him in some of the rogue skills might make him a lot better
Lock
at
picking.
running a rebellion.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
I can't find his name, but the ship captain that I originally started on on the ship as a cabin boy essentially.
Oh yeah.
So and this is up to you.
Whose stuff
In
we
my
didn't
head,
steal.
What?
Nothing.
I don't remember his name and I can't find it in my notes. But in my head,
Graybeard.
Graybeard. See, and I thought it was Graybeard, but I was like, That can't be right. It was right. Okay.
That's too simple.
I was thinking of Blackbeard. Anyway, in my head, I sort of imagined him as kind of a mentor father figure.
Okay.
He sort of trained me, brought me on, even though I was a girl and very
Cabbage.
cabbage.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's the relationship I imagined in my head. If that falls into line with what
That
you're
works.
okay with,
That's fine.
then I would want to recruit him.
Okay. Cool. Cool. And Mizuki.
Yes, I will be doing one of my retainers.
Okay.
I'll let you know details.
No
I'll
worries.
hash out an actual NPC
Sure.
for.
So,
I mean, I
Oh.
have 3 of them anyway.
yeah, a
so-
couple of options. Is one of your retainers super crazy Dexy, or are they more like beefy bodyguardy?
Could
I
have
mean,
some
they
of
wouldn't
both.
necessarily. They'd probably be different
Okay.
because they would have a lot of different
Okay.
positions.
A lot of
and
different positions, a lot of
skill-
different roles,
a lot of different
different
skills.
skill sets.
Yeah.
Scholars.
Huh?
Nothing.
I mean,
So, okay.
obviously, like one of them is really good at makeup.
I could ask about the changelings too. I don't. Do any of us know them well enough though to know which ones are like gonna be probably the most trustworthy or easy to
No,
teach
but
or
Kel,
anything like that?
or if Kel can put us in touch with Olmo, he would
I
know.
could.
I was gonna say
contact-
either
I can
me with
contact
Kel.
Olmo
Oh, okay.
Also,
okay.
'cause
Yeah.
I-
Or you could train Anna.
Kel's wife.
Uh-huh.
Right?
It's not a bad idea.
I mean,
It has its merits.
yeah. How? If I talked to her about it, how would she feel about it? In my incredibly persuasive Simi way, because I'm so
How are-
charismatic.
How are
I
you
would help you.
approaching that conversation?
Like blunt force trauma, like she.
Like Simi?
Yeah.
In
Like,
typical Simi fashion.
Then
Like getting hit by
I
a
could
train.
help you
Like-
talk to her.
oh, I wouldn't ask you to do that. It would be.
Hey, your son
very
was part
much
of this
one those
rebellion
things.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
want to join up?
Not quite that blunt. She would attempt to be delicate. She would just fail terribly. It would
For the
be
cause.
very much like one of those things of wow, the TV turned
Later.
on. Yeah.
That's been on the whole time.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been
just
on.
changed colors.
Remember, it
yes.
turned on earlier.
Yeah, that's right. I just saw the color shift back there. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's cycling pictures.
So, I would probably go up and tell her we're planning something that Alma had some significant interest in, and Castian is a part of, and we want to be able to defend the town, but we can't protect the other interests while also protecting the town. And you don't have to say yes to this because I can ask other people, but if you would want to have some training in how to kick people's asses so that you could help defend the town while we're gone on these other missions to help. Well, I mean, you know stuff now, so I'm just gonna say it. To pretty much help topple the powers that be that are really terrible and slowly just smothering the planet. If you
This is either going to go very poorly or...
Yep. if you want to be if you want to be trained up to know what to do, I can go elsewhere if you want. But I thought you might like to please say something because I'm gonna keep talking and I don't want to keep talking. I'm not good at this talking thing.
I have a plan.
don't have to say yes,
Your old
but
love
you know
interest.
it's there. If you...
It.
Adrian's old
I
love
guess
interest.
it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to know how to hold my own if I needed to.
Okay. We can do that. We can work with that. And I mean, my higher ups are really great too, and train me real well. And I imagine he'll help too. Yeah. Okay.
Are you okay?
No.
Never.
Very rarely.
Just awkward.
I'm
Say that the next time.
really bad at this, and I
Very rare.
kind of I get a little sad.
About what?
Oh no.
Oh. I guess that's fair.
Cute waterworks.
I was gonna say this. You're gonna open up a flood of information you didn't want.
I mean, I didn't want to, you know.
That's fair.
Salt the wound.
Didn't want to say it.
Yes.
Great. Tomorrow,
Okay.
probably at the cloister. I should have thought this through better. But yeah,
Okay.
great.
This is like middle of the night.
After
3 in the morning.
Yeah, 3 in the morning.
I have a terrible idea, but I'm gonna try it. So, good night, Chipper. So, I'm gonna try and ask someone. So I'm gonna go out into the woods.
Okay.
Well, no, not a shrub, but the individual guard who's. I'm gonna see if I can find Kendai.
Oh.
Oh.
I think she's already a higher level than you, though.
Yeah.
I know.
Might not be anymore.
I
Oh,
don't.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got had some issues. Yeah.
I
I'm
think
gonna
the
go,
exact noise was.
So I'm gonna go see if I
Why
can
are
find
you so
Kendai.
terrible?
Okay.
You gonna teach a tentacle thing?
Make me a survival check.
Survival check?
More sources for gross noises.
I didn't make the noise.
You presented the opportunity.
17.
You just lobbed that ball up there and waited for someone to
Yep.
say it.
That's what he does.
He's an enabler. He enables me.
You didn't need much of an excuse.
I need a little bit.
So
Sometimes.
I take it it's
I
higher.
don't do it like
Or is that
just.
high?
I have to have some,
Just a straight roll. For some reason.
even if I have to stretch it, I have to have at least something.
That's fair.
Yep.
So you come across, it
That's how I get
does take you a little while.
I feel
Most of the night, in fact. But
Oh, fun.
Oh, this is starting to sound familiar. You
But-
go out into the woods, following Kendai. It takes you most of the night.
but you
A
do
shrub grabs your leg.
You can't
Russell,
roll
Russell,
survival
Russell.
for shit.
That's brothing.
so. It is the darkest part of dawn. It is the darkest
The
part.
darkest part of dawn.
It is the darkest part of the morning.
Okay.
Dawn is not that far off, but it is, it's darkest part of the night, and you've sort of come across what you think is a trail. You're following it, and you've got Ingir on your shoulder, helping you out, and you come to a little spot where there's 4 or 5 trails that sort of come together into this not very wide at all clearing. And as you step in, there is a little bit of rustling, and you feel a tug at your pant leg.
I turn to look.
It's one of the shrubs.
I will speak to it in Primordial. It's nice to see you again.
It's good to see you.
Kendai, is she around?
It just sort of bobs at you and then starts off down one of the trails.
I'll follow it.
A couple hundred feet down the trail, there's a little bit of a hollow under a rocky overhang, and within there's a small spot for a cook fire, and there are glowing embers that have been banked against the cool of the evening.
Okay.
And Kendai is sitting there on her bedroll and looks up as you come in.
Kendai?
What are you doing here?
I came to ask you for some help.
Okay. You know my powers are less now, right?
Yes.
Okay. What sort of help do you need?
I'll just kind of sit down sit down across from her from the fire and whatnot. Does Kendai know what I am? No, she does not. Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
No.
I should probably be as transparent to you as possible, and I will
Disrobe.
I will cast Dispel I will cast Disguise Self and reverse the disguising of myself, so I will look like Adrian.
Oh.
I have to remember his voice. Milo's voice, yes. My name is Milo Varian Serenathi. The third son of the Empress. I fell in love with Adrian about a year ago, and due to some family plots, he was killed.
My family. That's
Since then, I have been hiding out here in Setterton and have been slowly trying to figure out what to do from there. I made a pact with a part of an elemental spirit that my family has been using to make themselves more powerful, making my mother essentially what she is today. A lot of the kobolds in the valley are part of an eviler version of this elemental shards that wish to destroy it. So I feel little of myself to blame for what happened to you, for not knowing what to do with that, and for what my family has done, and I wish to change and make better of what my mother and my ancestors have done to the world, to magic and everything like that. And I wish to change the world where, and I will kind of like make a little bit of ice appear on my hand to make myself and people like you not have to live in fear anymore of just being who they are. And I wish to ask you for help.
What sort of help do you envision that I could offer?
You understand a little bit of magic, although I understand that yours is more natural. Perhaps you are not as powerful as you used to be, but you still have some knowledge like that, and that could be very useful for what me and my friend have planned.
And what do you have planned?
Wow.
To be fair, we did send her an invitation to the
Oh,
summit.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So
That is true.
I'm sure I was told Killian sent you a little bit of invitation.
What do you have planned?
I wish to set free that which my ancestors captured long ago so that it may return to where it was. And I wish to dethrone my mother and create a new world where people will not have to live in fear of dying for who they are.
Part of that is easier to do. Part is much harder.
And that is why I am asking for your help.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you. Can I ask a question? So, what happened to her is that she had magic sucked out of her. Her magic sucked out of her.
Right.
By the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know of a way where I can give her some of that back?
Oh no. The warlock is gonna start making pacts with new warlocks. We really are gonna run a pyramid scheme.
Actually.
Let me put it this way. I have a full gem of that stuff, which I, with my shield, have an extra one. Could I, using the one that my amulet had, give her back her powers using that?
Can I convert yen into US dollars? What is the conversion rate?
Make me
Dragon magic to regular
Make
magic.
me
has an
an
exchange rate
Arcana
of-
check.
Regular magic.
This is the
Regular.
most important Arcana check I've ever done.
Do you have?
Wait,
I don't.
before you roll, I'm giving you one because I love that you're trying to give Kendite back her powers.
I legitimately believe that I am semi-responsible for what happened to her, even though
Fair.
Even though you're wrong.
I'm probably wrong. It's a 13, but I'm gonna try and get higher. Please. Come on, Henry. 14.
You did get higher.
You did technically get higher.
Unfortunately, no.
Do you get a plus to any of
I get a +1, unfortunately.
So 15.
So,
So-
15. So 15. Highest. Yeah.
Make Kendite warlock.
So you know that your powers were a gift to you.
Yes.
So if you give some power.
You also know that your mother has access to those same powers, and it wasn't a gift. She's been stealing that. And your patron's not happy about that. Given that, you're pretty sure it should be possible, but you don't have a clue how.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. And I will. Yeah. Okay.
Just steal it from your mom.
I'll walk around.
Anything else?
Not anything that I can think of at the moment.
Okay.
But she has agreed.
She has agreed to be. Yeah, she has agreed.
Okay.
She has agreed.
We'll leave it at that, and then I will
Okay.
I will talk to someone else, but I will talk to you about that.
Okay.
It is more specifically of what I will be training on next.
I assume Kel's pretty responsive.
Yeah. I mean, most
I figured you would be.
everyone that you guys approach is responsive. Your D12 result is the number of weeks it's going to take
Oh man.
to train your person.
11 weeks.
12 weeks.
Great.
7 weeks.
That's
4
3 months.
Man, look at you rolling low and winning.
That's 3
I also
months.
rolled low.
Now,
That
that would be training them to the level that they'd basically match you in whatever it is that you're teaching them.
Okay.
So if you're
Do you
doing
need
like
a list of what we're training in?
no, as long as you've got an idea of sort of what you're doing. Obviously, you're not training them as a rogue or
Yeah.
whatever.
Would you say we're training them as a follower?
Maybe. But so that would be that's like to the level of final training. Obviously, you can some of it can be
Yeah, it's gonna probably
self-directed.
take 12
Some
weeks
of
for me
it
to figure
can
out how to
be.
fix Kendai.
Some of it is some of it you can leave out if you have to and come back to it. Things like so training along is so you can do fractional training.
Okay.
Those numbers are going to be like you're convinced that this person can handle whatever gets thrown at them. So I'll leave all of you guys to sort of think about that and tell me what that looks like for each of you individually.
Can I arrange with my grandfather to, if said group of people need to go gallivanting off or need to take time to deal with problems, so that he can supplement their income to cover supplies and, keep them fed?
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Are you promising him a tax break?
I'm promising them subsidies.
I know.
Okay. That's going to be a 16. Just while they're on the job.
He agrees. I mean, he's not happy about it, but he agrees. Yes. So that's what you guys are. So that's kind of where your time is. How long are you guys going to spend at it?
We should probably decide after the big meeting, right? The summit.
I don't think the meeting's going to take more than a day.
Also,
Right.
it probably doesn't
Not
affect how
everyone's
long we're willing to stay
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I don't know. How long do you guys want to stay?
I mean, I think if the longest it's going to take to train somebody is 12 weeks, then I think that's the longest we have to stay.
I'm fine with that.
How many people rolled 12?
I think there was just one
Just
that was
one.
12, two that are 11. Everybody else is a little bit lower, I think.
Yeah.
7,
Four.
4.
So the longest is 12, but all of us should stick together.
Well,
So 12, I think, should be.
And that'll
12 weeks
give
is
you
good.
some time to make some things.
That gives me 3 months to work on things.
So we're just gonna
Keith,
spend
kick us out of town.
I mean, you did this.
I did. Okay. So for the next little bit, you guys are going to be doing some training. And we will pick up with a little bit of a time skip forward in our next session, which will be next week. So we're gonna cut it off there for the night. Wow, that was not the button I wanted to push. We're gonna cut it off there for the night. Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you guys had a good time. We will be back next week. Fingers crossed. I think everything more or less ran smoothly once we got the whole issue of stream quality worked out. It felt like it ran better than that. So we'll be back. Hope you guys join us. We'll have some more adventures for you guys hopefully next week. Between now and then, remember,
Grab
your bats and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house.
Good
Good night, everybody.
Right.